Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you guys are. We will be starting in the next 2 minutes. We are waiting for news to drop, so we have another 15 to 16 minutes left before the news drops. So just give us 2, 3 more minutes. We will be starting. Bro, I'm gonna quickly go grab coffee, but you can turn your camera on. They can hear you as well. It's all you. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes.
Bro. Okay. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? What's happening? Okay, everyone. Time to get this back. Yes, sir. My bro, Merky. Let's go. Time to get back today. When I have news, when I have unemployment claims. Very volatile day ahead of us. Let's take a look. Yeah, 130. 130. Guys, if you want, you can always send charts, ideas, questions on the chat. DHey will respond to everyone, We're ready to kill the markets today. What a nice trade yesterday, guys. 100 pips, bro. Damn. Crazy trade yesterday. I think we have some members that hit the weekly target yesterday. Crazy, 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 crazy. Hello, Joe. How are you, bro? Ali, D-Hay will be back in 2 minutes. Let's grab some coffee. Some boost. Need boost to catch these pips. Stream. Joe, are you there? No. Yesterday, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see if you can replicate something like yesterday, today. Let's see, let's see. Doing well, busy at okay, bro. Okay. No problem. No problem. So guys, let me know if the music is too loud on the stream or it's good. Let me know in the chat if the music is nice, everything's good. If you can hear me clearly. Let's do it. All good, bro. Okay, man. Okay, Jay. Hello, Jay, man. How are you, bro? How was yesterday, bro, for you? Was clean liquidity grab yesterday. Liquidity grab and continuation. Oh, good, bro.
Good afternoon, guys. Good evening. Good morning. Wherever you guys are based. Welcome to the live stream again. We've had such an amazing week, honestly. What's happening, Ali? What's happening, Murky? Let's go. Time to get this bag. Yes, sir. What's happening, Jay? All good, all good. We got unemployment claims coming in today, guys. Everyone knows the drill, guys. Everyone knows the drill. We don't take any sort of trades before news kicks in. We will be waiting for confirmations. What's happening, Joe? Doing well. Thanks. Busy at work, so being tough to trade this week. It's completely fine, my brother, as long as you're here, staying consistent, also learning at the same time. You know, that's an investment in your own self, so that's all that matters. We're 6 minutes and 34 seconds left before news drops. So how's everyone else doing though, guys? You guys are good? How are you, Nino?
Yeah, bro. Very good, very good. And you?
Nice. All good, my brother. Thank you so much.
Americana today?
Yeah, man. Americana. Today, Americana, bro. Yeah.
Bro, I think I drink Americana every day too, because my father do the coffee at the morning, you know, and I always drink the black coffee like cold.
Yeah, man. With the hot coffee, it's very hard to like drink it. Morning, bro. What's happening, Crims? What's happening, my brother? Morning to you as well. I'll be honest with you, I like hot coffee when there is some sort of flavor. With like the black coffee, I just want to get it down, man. I just want the caffeine rush. So cold coffee, I can just get it down in like 5-10 seconds is not something I like to enjoy drinking. I just want to get the effects. That's all I care about. Honestly, I don't care about the flavor too much.
Morning cream. Let's
All
go,
right,
let's go.
Okay.
Use a
Again, yesterday, guys, we had the initial leg up, which we anticipated, and this is where we sort of ended the stream, right? And we had a sell position running as well with our private members, and it played out very, very nicely. And at this point, what we need to understand is that the monthly wick fill and break scenario is setting up very nicely. This is a scenario which we are super interested in. And if this scenario plays out, let me just show you how much range we have to the downside, right? Look at this. Very clean range to the downside, guys. Very clean range of 200 points. Very clean range of 200 points to the downside can be seen. And have you guys seen the news flow that we have the whole of the next week? Gold can move a lot. Even today, with unemployment claims coming up in the next 4 minutes, we will be able to get something very nice. And again, we are retail traders, so until we have the numbers, because we're not inside traders, we do not have inside information, we have to wait until we get the numbers. Otherwise, it's straight up gambling unless you have a very big trading account. And when I say a big trading account, it's very relative, right? But for me personally, that's millions. Again, so if we have to wait as traders, does it really matter? Does it really matter anything what we see at the moment? No, it doesn't matter. This is where psychologically you need to understand, right? If you start analyzing the markets before the news drops, you're building a bias before the news drops. Whereas we're not taking anything for the next 5 minutes to 15 minutes after the news drops, right? So this is when I would start to analyze the markets, because I don't want to build a bias in my head. That's the thing, right? So let's see what we can do today. We've been on a crazy winning streak. It's you know, we've done that in front of your eyes, guys, every single day. We've kept it calm, collective, very precise with every single thing, and you know, we will carry on doing the same. And that requires us to be patient. Once again, we don't have any sort of FOMO. You know, when the news is kicking in, everyone's FOMOing into positions. You have to stay out of the markets for the next 2 minutes 47 seconds. You cannot take anything. Make sure you don't have any open positions running. We have spoken about slippage. What exactly is slippage? If you have a buy position running and gold drops because the numbers are super positive, guess what? You can get a very big slippage. So even if you intend on losing, let's say 10-20 pips on it, due to slippage you can end up losing 40-50 pips, because your stop loss just never gets triggered because of the volatility of the markets, the spreads being activated. There's so many things that go into the equation, right? So what's the smartest thing to do? Stay out of the markets until news drops. This is where, as a human being, you need to have the emotional control over yourself. You need to have that sort of, you know, to a certain extent, that control where you can just keep yourself out of the markets. I was talking about, you know, having that switch on and switch off button, and today you just got to have the switch off button at the moment until you need to switch it back on. Then you switch it back on, and then you do not hesitate. That's what trading is about at the end of the day, right? And so guys, let's place $1 million bet. So if you had $1 million pounds right now, million pounds, not $1 million pound, what am I talking about? If you had $1 million pound, that's how you know the coffee's not hit me yet. If you had £1 million and you could bet it on markets going up or down with the news, what are we doing, guys? Let us know in the chat. What is the £1 million bet, the $1 million bet? Are you buying gold or are you selling gold? This is with the news drop coming up in the next minute. Sell for Nuno. Let me know in the chat, guys. What is everyone doing? Are you guys selling gold, or are you selling gold, or are you buying gold? Let me know in the chat. This is $1 million bet. That means if the trade goes in your favor, you have made £1 million. So drop it in the chat, guys. We've got next 30 seconds left, and news is about to drop. Once it drops, that's when we will start to analyze the markets, and from there start to look for opportunities. Until then, I'm not really looking for anything. Ollie's looking for a sell position. Okay, everyone's selling, so majority are sellers. What about the rest? No betting on news. This is just a paper trade. This is a paper trade. This is $1 million bet. This is just a joke. This is not something we are actually doing. So yeah, this is just a joke. It's not something that we're actually doing. It's just a thing we do. Okay, there you go. News drop is approaching in the next 15 seconds, guys. So let's see. Either we see a very massive pump or gold is about to sell off. We've got, there you go, drop. It is dropping. Let's see what they do. There you go. And now a pump, dump, pump. Okay, it's pushing up now, pushing up. This is your unemployment claim numbers. It is most likely very negative at this point. Super negative numbers. It's showing pending on Forex Factory at the moment. They have given you the leg up. Very nice spike up to the top set, about 29 pips, 32 pips. The numbers are showing pending at the moment. Let's see what the numbers are. They have the spike up, which is 32 pips now. It's pushing up 40 pips at this point. Almost 40 pips. Yeah, 38 pips. It's coming up a little bit more. That's the spike up with gold. Again, it's just the first spike up. Whatever goes up in an impulsive manner will come down very hard as well. That's the exact same thing we saw yesterday playing out on gold. So there should be no FOMO. The numbers are very much pending still. Okay, super negative numbers. Wow, super negative numbers, guys. We're about to have a lot of fun today. So let's look at the markets now. Okay, so again, let me show you guys something, right? At this point, look at the intraday time frame. We've got a massive fake out scenario setting up. So this daily has potential of shooting all the way back up to the highs and go past the highs at this point, right? Even look at the previous 50% area. We are about to retest this previous 50% area. And the minute we start to go past it, gold is coming all the way to the top side. This is where you will see the intraday fake out scenario setting up very nicely, right? Very nicely. So let's quickly just measure out the whole range. So this is where your 50% area is on the intraday time frame, and we're starting to retest it. We got super negative numbers, and you know, relatively they are very negative, right? Compared to the forecasted numbers, 54.75 being your 50% area. And so let's look at some sort of a structure on the 4H over here. 4H is looking clean, is looking very nice. It has moved about 100 pips at this point now. It's got definitely a clean range to the top set. You could easily squeeze out another 160 pips or another 200 pips altogether on the 4H. Looking at the 30-minute time frame now. Very nice spiky candle. Very nice spiky candle. Retesting this area which we have left behind. Very nice. Again, to a certain extent, you do need some sort of a confirmation before you just sort of take a position, right? But at the same time now, again, this is your HTF range, right? Remember, we took out the liquidity to the top side. So this was the liquidity taken out to the top side, and then we anticipated gold to sell off. So this is where they started to sell the markets for the rest of the day. So technically now this becomes your retest, or this becomes your fake out. Well, how can this become a fake out? If we start to see a closure back above this area here, then the next candle has the potential of spiking all the way back up, causing that intraday fake out scenario, guys. So you've got pretty much this whole range that you can play within. So you've got another 150 pips as soon as we start to trade back above this area, which is the 54 to 55, which is the $5 key level on gold. So let's see what they do, what sort of a reaction we get here on gold. But from here, most definitely we can take it back up. At the same time, you know, you do need to wait for those confirmations. It's literally just the first 5 minutes, super volatile. Not interested in taking anything at the moment. But if we can see some sort of a decent closure back above this area here, I want to see a minimum pullback on the next 15-minute candle and a very nice spike all the way back up. That's what I'm interested in. We've got this clean resistance area here approaching. So from here up to this resistance area is about 32 pips, right? So again, if we get a minimum pullback on the next 15 minutes, you know, potentially 20 pips or 29 pips to 30 pips, you will be easily able to secure that one-to-one, you know, make it risk-free, and then from there, let the rest just run, because we've got super negative numbers, right? Forecasted numbers were 236, and now we've received 261, so super negative compared to the forecasted numbers. So it's bound to do something, right? So the first leg up is done. This is the first initial spike, and now we need the next bit of spike, which should be potentially with either the next 15-minute open or the next 30-minute open. But that's essentially what I'm looking for, right? Even look at your 4H at the moment, right? It's tapping this area here, which we have left behind. So either you will see a very nasty rejection from here, or you will see gold sort of like flying back up to retest, you know, one of the resistance levels. So again, you know, if you kind of like ignore this mess to the left, right? Let's say we ignore this mess here and we don't look at this mess here. Now, where is the most recent resistance area we have once we start to go past this 54 level? Well, it's all the way up here, isn't it? Look at this. So you've got clean range to the top side. And again, let me emphasize on the numbers being super negative, right? Relatively very negative compared to the forecasted numbers. So you've got a very nice clean range to the top side. Again, do need to wait for some sort of a confirmation. You know, we're traders here, we're not gamblers. So you do need to wait for that confirmation. And then what confirmations do is they tell you, like, look, you have a very high probability setup, use the right risk management and execute on it without hesitation. And then you have that confidence to essentially hold your trade, right? So let's wait for it. Nice t-shirt, you know, looks looking like an actual trader today, man.
That's a polo, bro.
Say that again, bro.
That's a polo.
Yeah, nice one, man. But yeah, look at gold, man. They can honestly give you this intraday fake out, and they can start spiking the price all the way back up because they've got that imbalance on the monthly anyway. So it makes sense for them to now fill this imbalance to the top side, which I've been telling you guys, right? This monthly imbalance, they have this to the top side, and essentially they need to drive the price up. And you know, the first 2 weeks of this month, they should be, this is what they should be doing. They should be fitting the imbalance to the top side, and then the last 2 weeks they can essentially start to again drive the price down and give you some sort of a bearish confirmation on the monthly, and then the next month can technically come down and fill this imbalance down here, right? That's essentially what I'm looking for. But if they have to drive the price up now, then we need this intraday to start causing a rejection from the lows and really cause that fake out. So what makes it a fake out? Well, look at that. You've got very nice clean support candle. Look at that, breaking below the support candle, right? And then the next one respects the lows and essentially breaks the highs. This is what you call a fake out, right? This is how gold trades. And again, we have a major imbalance from yesterday as well. Very, very, very nice spike down after we took out the top side liquidity. This was your stop hunt. Most of these traders got taken out here. This is where we secured our profits. And then as soon as this was done, we were selling the markets as well. We did ride the wave down. And so at this point, again, the concept of fake out still applies, right? And this is where now gold can really start spiking up very nicely. So if we look at the weekly at this point as well, look at that weekly has that wick fill and break scenario to the top side. So this will be your previous weekly highs, right? And now your current weekly should be turning quite bullish at this point. If we can just measure the range on the current weekly candle, look at that. It's trading above the 50% area now. It makes it very bullish at this point on the weekly, right? And we have that imbalance to the top side. So this is your weekly 50%, 54.01. So let's mark this out, current weekly 50% level. There we go. And so this is where now we need an intraday confirmation above this level. So again, the only confirmation that we can get above this level is essentially a fake out. So you see, this is where like I'm starting to get a lot of confluences, right? We've got monthly confluence, we got the weekly confluence, and now at this point, even looking at the 4H, if this area here does not cause a rejection, then most likely this is becoming a clean fake out, guys. That's all it is. Look at that. This is usually how you see the structure fake out form. It will give you a break below the structure, and then the candle that closed below the structure being essentially this candle here, the lows were respected, right? It never got violated when it comes to it. So now anything that starts to close back above this, man, we've got so much room to the top side. Honestly, so much room to the top side. And just to be extra bit safe, I do need some sort of a closure above this area here, this area that we have left behind, which is your 50, 40, 55 level. 55, 56 goes, we start going past 55, 56, which is that $5 key level. We should be spiking up to the next $5 key level, which is 60, 61, and from 60, 61, the sky is the limit, guys. The sky is the limit. Gold can really start flying for the rest of the session. Honestly, the sky is the limit. Let's quickly go back to the 4H once again. We know that the new 4H is also just around the corner, is approaching in the next 21 minutes, right? So what is the job of this 4H? Well, think about it, right? This is how I see trading. This is how I see it from my perception. Every candle has a job to do. So the job of this candle was to either give you a retest here and then start rejecting, or give you a retest here and start giving you a very clean closure back above essentially this structure, which is this support area here, right? So if this candle really does give you a closure above, then what's the job of the next 4H candle? Again, either to cause a fake out from up here and start selling off, or respect this area here and start spiking up and give us this intraday fake out, which I'm really interested in. Let me show you guys this play on the playbook as well. We should have the playbook just here. The playbook should be, so the essentially, look, what we are doing now is we're violating that 50% level on the daily, right? And with the daily 50% breakout, we are essentially anticipating a daily highs retest, and the daily highs retest scenario is done now, right? So this is where now you got to see where the Wickfield area is. The previous daily highs retest becomes essentially your next target, right? As soon as you start targeting the previous daily highs, it gives you a 300 pip range on gold. So look, the minute you start to go past it, that's when you're seeing the next sort of leg up, right? But this is such a realistic target. The previous daily high is honestly such a realistic target. I am a big fan of this trade over here to the top side, but at the same time, as I said, we need some sort of a pullback. We need some sort of a decent entry. It doesn't mean because gold's going up, you just start buying. It doesn't make sense. That's not how trading is done. You need everything to be on your side, but I am a big fan of taking this buy position. I just need, oh, look at gold just spiking up. Wow, look at this thing just spiking up at this point now. Very nice, very nice. Well, if playing on the LTF, this is a very clean structure, very clean structure. If you're playing based off LTF, but again, we're looking for that 1 to 2 clean trade scenario every single day, so no LTF trades should be taken here. Very nice spike up so far. Very nice spike up. 100 pips, very nice. The more it goes up, the better. The bigger the range on the intraday, right? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, 3 more minutes left. Really starting to build that intraday range at this point now, which we love. Especially if it's 200 pips now, and then I start to see markets getting exhausted from up here. I'm laughing, man. I'm selling the top side. I'm laughing. Look at the nasty. You get the nastiest rejection from up here. So again, I am a big fan of looking for that pump up, but at the same time, I want to be fluid in the markets. I don't want to stick with one bias. So let's just let this play out and see what it does. But the kind of closure they're giving us now is amazing, man. Amazing. Like on this 30-minute, there was literally not even the slightest of rejections. It's just very clean bullish play, and it's giving you a closure above the 50% area at this point as well. So some sort of a pullback breakout, you're coming up for the top side, which is your previous daily highs, retest of the previous daily highs, PD highs breakout is essentially what we need to see. Previous daily highs breakout. This is the scenario that I'm interested in. And now look at that, they're giving you PD 50% breakout as well. Very nice play setting up. So again, technically, one thing I do want to mention is that this is heavily influenced by your fundamentals, right? Most definitely, heavily influenced by your fundamentals. So my thing is, right, when the fundamental move is done and then the technicals start to kick in, what are they going to do with the price? Because there's a very high chance in the last 15 minutes they can either give you a rejection or a pullback, and this is where I want to see what they do with this 50% area. And even on the 4H, you got such a nice range. Today's session will be amazing, honestly. Sells for me with 30 pip SL. Oh, earlier everyone was selling, everyone got taken out. Man, this strategy is a killer, you know, like just see what everyone's doing on the live stream. If everyone's selling, just start buying gold before the news drops. This is a killer strategy, honestly. Go against the 90%. It makes sense, man. It makes sense. Everyone's saying sell, sell, sell. Clearly, it's a buy. Clearly, it's a buy. If 90% lose, I just gotta do what the 90% don't do. It makes sense, doesn't it? That's what we done yesterday as well, didn't we? Okay, this is the new 15-minute open now. Let's just let it do its thing, giving you a very nice closure above this area here as well at this point. And again, technically this is the support area which we have left behind, right? So you technically need something above this, because again, remember the concept of what is the job of this candle. Well, the job of this candle is to either give you that deeper retest of the area which it just left behind, and just to see if this breakout is valid, or if the breakout is valid, then guess what? They will start to again sell the markets, and then you've got this whole range to the downside. But if the breakout is not valid, then guess what? We are about to close above this area here, and we are about to see this pair here turn into a rocket ship, just like yesterday. Something can be look, whatever happened yesterday can be replicated again, right? Because we're trading at the same key level. So who's to say we can't replicate the same move from yesterday? We just need that confirmation from this area. We know that this area here holds a bunch of orders, and yeah, we'll just let the probabilities play out. But until then, patience is the key. Patience is the key. Patience is the key. No FOMO, guys. No FOMO. It should be fun. Should be a fun day today. So again, think about it, right? Because we're like visual creatures, let's try and visualize this. So if this 4H has done its job, now let me also annotate this on the stream so you guys can also see it for your own eyes. Let's try and plot out different scenarios which can happen on the 4H. So the job of this 4H was to again give you a breakout, break the highs of the previous 4H, and you know, come up here to retest this area, which again we previously have left behind. So once it's done its job now, it's sort of trading in the last 15 minutes before the next candle opens. As an example, if this ends up closing something like this, leaving a massive upper wick, or it again becomes quite uncertain what price wants to do, right? Because it's technically leaving a massive wick to the top side, is leaving a massive wick to the downside, and then what is the next candle going to do? Either give you a wick through and break to the top side, and then you've got, you know, plenty and plenty of range, or just give you a rejection and a wick through and break to the downside, and then again you got plenty and plenty of range to the downside. But until then, because the first leg up was heavily influenced by fundamentals, and we don't trade fundamentals, we wait for confirmations after the numbers have dropped, and then we align the fundamentals and the technicals together. We need to wait for that technical confirmation, which will be our technical signal, and then from there we take it without hesitation. So again, what kind of confirmation do we need, realistically talking? Well, first of all, we need this candle here to close bullish. So when I say bullish, right, do I mean just with a bullish body? No, we need it to close as a bullish candle. This is where now you can start to measure out the range, right? Look, you've got this range. You've got the top side of this candle, which is the highest, and then you've got the lows, which is obviously your 44 area. So now think about it, right? If this is our range within the 4 hour, this is our 4 hour range, right? And we know that the 4 hour confirmations are basically, they come within your HTF confirmations. They're very, very high probability confirmations, let's just say that, right? So now think about it. As a trader, you know that it can either go up or it can either go down, right? So what kind of confirmation can we look for if we want to see gold pumping up? Well, guess what? This is where now we've got different scenarios in our playbook, and one of the scenarios is 4H 50% retest, and then or pullback, and then from pullback it can start to pump back up. This is one of our scenarios in the playbook. Why is it in a playbook? Because it works out on gold, it plays out on gold. That's why we have this scenario in the playbook. Well, what we need to do now as traders is we need to wait for this pullback here. Once we get the pullback down to the 50% area, we want to see a nasty rejection back up to the top side, some sort of a confirmation on, again, LTF candle, maybe the 30-minute candle giving us some sort of a bullish closure, and then the candle after breaking the bullish closure candle, right? That's a valid confirmation because everything's super bullish. And then we've got the intraday scenario setting up, which is the fake out scenario on the daily, right? Or another scenario could be that they just want to reject the price now. So what can we actually do? How can we look for sell positions? Well, looking for a sell position up here would be quite silly, would it not? Because you're going against this massive bullish candle. You're going against the technicals as well as the fundamentals. Well, again, we can look for a sell position as well, but we need to at least see this 4H candle becoming invalid. So again, what can the next candle do for us? If the next candle gives us a closure below the 50% area, it's technically making this previous 4H candle invalid. How is it making it invalid? Well, if imagine now the 4H candle was open right in the next 30 minutes and the price was trading below this, then it would kind of look something like this, right? Again, we're visual creatures. If price was trading below the 50% area, this is how your 4H candle will look. But obviously, because the 4H candle is coming to a closure in the next 9 minutes, we will need to look for that confirmation on the next 4H. But if the 4H was an open candle, then that's how it would look, as a nasty. This is the nastiest rejection you can expect on gold. And then the next thing that you can expect is just a sell-off, right, down to the lows. So again, if we can just stay out of the markets for a little bit more, either this will give us the pullback that we are looking for to start pumping back up to the highs. You've got clean range of how many pips now from the pullback area up to the highs. Easily got 60 to 70 pips. You can easily squeeze out 60 to 70 pips. That's more than enough, right? And then if you get a breakout, then you've got again the next highs as well, and this is where your previous daily highs potentially being retested sort of scenario is setting up very nicely, right? Let's just wait. Let's see what we can take. Again, look at your weekly as well, guys. Look at your weekly time frame, right? On the weekly, you have the support candle, and now this is your wick fill and break candle. This is the exact same thing we traded yesterday as well, if you guys remember. Look at this, right? I was telling you guys, look, as long as the structure laws here are being respected, the next candle will be the pump up candle. That's the New York Stock Exchange open candle. Look, you have the support candle, and next one gave you a wick fill and break. Tell me, guys, are we not replicating exactly the same thing? Look at this. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to this here. I want everyone to pay attention to this here. Are we not replicating the same thing? Price always gives you something that you can replicate. Tell me, can we not replicate this? But it's just on a different time frame, is it not? But it's pretty much the same thing. Look at that. Now pay attention to this and look at this. Bingo. Pretty much the same exact thing, right? So if we are to replicate that on the higher time frames, well, guess what? We just need to wait for a higher time frame confirmation. So this is where your 4H comes in to clutch. So let's mark out the 4H range once again. And this is not your basic support and resistance kind of trading, guys. This is actual way of trading, right? Realistically, this way you have a very high win rate and very positive R2Rs because everything is super calculated. So now again, we need this candle here to technically turn bearish if we are to look for that sell-off. 51.91, 51.91. I like to be very precise with my sort of levels, right? So let's go on the LTF, see if we have some sort of a structure here to the left. Okay, we've got clean support area here. We've got resistance area here as well, so we can see some sort of reactions playing out near this area. So technically, if we can get price closing below this area, some sort of a closure below this, we can really start looking for that sort of downside play as well. Until then, this becomes a pullback because everything is super bullish at the moment, right? But again, I've spoken about two different scenarios. Either this is your look again, how does price move? How does price action work? It moves in waves, right? So if it wants to drop, it will form lower lows and lower highs. This is your lower lows and lower highs, right? Look at that, it moves in waves. So if we are bearish, then this is your low, this is your lower low, and this is your lower high, right? Technically, that's what happens. Whereas if it wants to start an uptrend now, it will form higher highs and higher lows. So there you go, higher highs and higher lows. You guys see it, right? What I'm showing you. First leg, second leg, and now this one here should make this leg up invalid. So you guys can see now you've got all of this range to trade and you've got all of this range to trade. So within this range now, if you can stay out, that's the range where you're looking for your confirmations. This is now your tradable range, and this is your tradable range. That's the name of the game. Patience, and it pays big time. Big time. Make sure you guys are in the Discord, guys. We are about to do a massive giveaway and we're about to drop a lot of gems in there. Link in the description as well as in the YouTube live chat. So another thing I've kind of like mentioned is your fake out candle as well as your breather candle, right? So if you guys understand the concept of breather candles, if this candle here now is giving us a rejection from the 50% area, and this is your current weekly 50% area, right? Technically giving you a nasty rejection from this area and closing above that $5 key level being your 55 area. So let's mark out the 55 area. It's basically just here. What are the chances of next candle opening and pumping? It's very high. Let me tell you why it's very high. We have been observing the behavior of these 4H candles for the past 3-4 weeks, and the markets change every quarter or so. Markets do start to change. Some sort of behavior changes can be spotted, and what we have noticed is that they give you an open and pump. They don't give you any massive pullbacks. So now technically, if this is the pullback done, and you know with the new 4H open, there will be no pullback. It will be a one-sided move. Anything above the breather candle makes it a valid breakout, doesn't it? Because again, look to the left, you're clearing this area here, and anything above this now, you have the daily fake out scenario setting up. So it makes perfect sense in my opinion to start looking for this pump in the next 3 minutes or so. We just need a closure above this range here, this range to the left. Need a closure above this and need a nasty breakout. And then from there, we can replicate the exact same thing we saw happening yesterday. Well, again, you want to be realistic about it, right? You're technically just aiming for, well, you're targeting the first rejection area, right? So look to the left, look to the left, look to the left, look to the left. You have some sort of rejections which do start to play out at this level here. So this is where, like, you know, you've got different TPs there for a reason, right? You've got your TP1, you've got your TP2, you've got your TP3. Like yesterday, our final TP3 got hit with this buy position. But what we are doing is we're taking partials, we're trading our stop losses, and we're securing along the way rather than, you know, just letting the whole thing play out. We're securing along the way. You know, you can never go broke taking profits, right? So another 2 minutes and let's give this a go. SLs could be placed based off your 15-minute. You would not want to use the 30-minute lows as a SL area because then your SLs will be massive. 100 pip SLs, it just does not make sense. Your 30-minute area is giving you a very nice confirmation, giving you a very nice closure. So again, had the opportunity to also cause that fake out, and ooh, look at this pumping up now. It's doing it even before the new 4H open. We got such a nice range to the top side, don't we? but we just need to investigate the price in the next hourly with the next 4H as well, because we always have that scenario of fake out setting up, right? So kind of do want to be just a little bit careful. But you're seeing a nice clean closure above this. So if the next one doesn't cause a fake out, then this is becoming a fake out, structure fake out here. It means that they will form their next leg up. And so if they want to form a next leg up, then realistically talking, right, this should be your target one. And if gold goes past it, which we know gold can, it's a crazy pair, it might just pump up today. You know, that's the thing with gold, you really can't anticipate anything, because look at all of this accumulation taking place, right? Accumulation taking place, one big massive move. Now, you know, this is where again order flow coming in, one big massive move again. So let's see how they sort of react near this area here. Now let's see what they do. Either we will replicate something like this to the downside, or we are about to see a very massive pump back up to the highs. And if it starts to go past this area here, can we look for a buy position straight away? Let's quickly investigate again. This is the 4H open. Let's just let it give you that breakout first. Once it gives you a breakout, then we'll see what sort of a reaction we get. Because what it can do, it can spike up, retest this, and then from there start spiking down. So let's just let it give us that breakout first, and then from there we'll start looking for some sort of a position. This is your 4H open now. Minimum pullback. If the pullback is done, they need to spike the price up, but we need to see the momentum first kicking in, otherwise the scenario becomes invalid. So the whole point behind this scenario is that they give you a minimum pullback and they give you a nasty breakout to the top side. And this is where our daily fake out scenario makes sense. And from here we have about another 90 pips or so to the top side. So if they want to give us that fake out scenario, then technically they have to give you a breakout now with this 4H. So this is where we just need to see that sign of some momentum. And as soon as we have that sign of momentum, maybe an engulfing bullish candle on the first 5 minutes up here, we can start looking for that pump. But we do need that sign of high momentum candles first. Because this is one of our scenarios in the playbook as well, which is the 4H double top. So we have to be extra cautious here. You always have to think about where the price will go, but you always have to think about, okay, if the price wants to go to the opposite direction, how can we protect ourselves, right? So this is where some scenarios will kind of like show you, okay, cool, this is going to go in my favor. But then some of the scenarios that you have in your playbook could also tell you like, okay, cool, this could technically go against me as well if I was to jump in this buy position. So you know what, smart thing to do is to wait for this confirmation, because from here now you have the 4H 50% retest scenario setting up, because there's no business breaking below this. See, this is where the retest is done now. This is exactly what we took yesterday as well. Like, I know gold can just start sending off for the rest of the session at this point. They've given you your 200 pip range on the daily at this point as well. So that's the thing, right? It's very interesting at this point what they want to do with the price, because the first hour was your fundamental move done now, right? And technically they haven't caused a fake out either. So we're being very fluid in the markets. We're not sticking to one bias. We can really see gold selling off from here. That's why we haven't taken any buy positions, because we understand it can go either way. Man, you know what? If we technically make the previous 15-minute candle invalid, let's give it a go to the downside as well. And so your targets to the downside, what are they? Let's stay active on the charts. What are the targets? What are the targets to the downside? If let's say they do make the previous 15-minute candle invalid, your downside target should be essentially the 50% retest area first. And if they do make the 50% area invalid, that's when you know price is coming all the way down for the lows. Guys, this is about to be a 4H fake out. because we understand, right, that the 4H only goes one way. Like it doesn't give you two-sided moves. You know, it just gives you that one-sided move. So if it is a one-sided move, we need a rejection from this area and we need a breakout. That's what we need. This will allow us to also use the previous 15-minute candle as a SL if we are to use, if we are to take that buy position up here, something along the lines of this. Or as I said, it will give you a clean resistance candle now, make the previous candle quite invalid. Then you've got your confirmations coming up to the downside. And then from there, 50% retest becomes a clean scenario. So let's see what they want to give us. Got plenty and plenty of time. You got your NYSE coming up in the next 24 minutes as well, so there is no rush. Again, look at the 30-minute candle. It closed with no rejection whatsoever. It ended up closing above this key level of ours as well. Again, you know, breakout, retest, breakout, or breakout, retest, and then pump back up. Because this area here, it's not holding as a majority sellers area, right? Because again, is all about your order flow. So if the order flow here is, you know, majority of buyers are, if it's majority of the order flow is bullish at this area here, it will start to show us some sort of a sign now. This is where we also can align the 4H candle with this order flow scenario, right? So if they do give us that massive spike up, man, we've got a lot of room to the top side. A lot, man. If we can also get like a breather candle in the next couple minutes or so, closing above, the next one breaks the highs, it's a very nice scenario to the top side, because then technically you can start using this area here as a stop loss as well, and you've got such a nice clean range to the top side, honestly. But again, the only thing I can think about is that, you know, technically it can still cause a rejection from up here. So I just want to be extra cautious. But if you're seeing 1, 2, 3 candles now closing above, and the next one's breaking the highs as well, and you know these are like high momentum candles, right? Then most likely it wants to pump up. It's a game of probabilities, right? But until we have this confirmation that we're looking for up here, it will be a silly mistake to take any sort of positions, because again, as I said, it can still sell off. Because this is what we are anticipating, right? Either leg down, retest. So this will be a retest area, right? This is also that 50% area, and this is your structure which we have left behind. Look to the left, look to the left. So now technically this is where, if this retest here is valid, if this is a valid retest, then it needs to now come down. Look at that, it's been just massive bullish candles ever since we've retested this area. We haven't seen even a single bearish candle. So if the retest is valid, we're about to see gold start to really take over. You know, the sellers really start to take over from this area and give us that next leg down again. So it will be something like this, right? And this is something that we can capitalize on to the downside. So that's why we need patience. Otherwise now, if this area here genuinely breaks now, and if this retest is not valid, then we're about to see a minimum pullback, because again, with the 4H, as I said, it's not a two-sided move, it's always a one-sided move. It gives you a minimum pullback. So if this is the minimum pullback done, it needs to technically start breaking back above this area, and then from there we've got all of this range that we can start targeting, right? So that's kind of what I'm anticipating. So if we can maybe just get that one more confirmation of a breather candle, we got such a nice clean range to the top side. And it's not like we didn't see this area here giving you such a massive play to the top side yesterday as well. It's the same exact area that we are trading at, the same area from yesterday, guys, exactly the same area. So yeah, let's see what happens, because they had so much liquidity in the market. Because look at this consolidation, it was for the longest time, right? So they took out so much orders here. A lot of the retail traders got taken out. Massive spike down, massive spike down, profit taking done at this point. You know, again, momentum started to lose. They started to lose that momentum, driving the price back up. But either this is a correction, or it's, again, as I said, a fake out, right? So if it is a fake out, this area here needs to start holding as a nice support area. So let's see what they do. There we go. It's starting to pick up some more momentum to the top side. We haven't seen any rejections. This is exactly what we like to see. We've got another 6 minutes left before this candle comes to a closure. So if it does end up closing as a breather candle, what would make this candle a breather candle? Well, technically, this can either end up closing as a resistance candle or a breather candle. Well, look at the range in this candle here, right? Technically, if it closes below your pullback area, which is the mid-range, it makes it a rejection candle. Whereas if it closes above the pullback area, then it just makes it a breather candle, because you can see that, you know, there wasn't any momentum to the downside, right? It was just a breather candle. It's just taking rest. That's how price works. It gives you aggressive move, it starts to rest, and then it gives you another aggressive move. Whereas now if this closes as a resistance candle, then it's technically becoming a rejection. So this is giving us that sort of confirmation that, okay, gold wants to come down, either to give you a pullback of the 50% area which you have, or just to give you a nasty sell-off now for the rest of the session. So that's all we are waiting for, that next confirmation to see what we can do. It's just a waiting game at this point. And guys, if you can start learning how to trade these candles and start aligning them with these high probability setups, which we have, every single thing is here in the playbook, man, your trading will change, honestly. But again, at the same time, it's about your psychology as well. You need to be on point, right? You need to be on point. Okay, they're about to give us that breakout. We know that 5 pip breakout should be valid. So this is the 5 pip mark. Let's wait for it. Man, this area here is the confluence that I need, and is giving me this confluence to start looking for that massive pump up. I just want to see some momentum kicking in. As soon as it gives me a breakout, I want to just see a nice spike up, and then from there I'm going to start using the 5-minute time frame to start looking for those entries and stop losses, because it will be a scalp opportunity here now. Because you're going to start scalping the markets, because let's be realistic, you cannot use this as a stop loss. It's a 100 pip stop loss, impossible. So you do want to start scalping the markets. Lower time frames will come into clutch, but we need to wait for some more confirmations over here. 4 more minutes left. 4 more minutes left. This is your daily highs at this point as well, right? Yep, there you go. And your daily lows are all the way down here. This is your daily range at this point. You guys can see this. That's your daily lows all the way down here. And again, we're just playing within the daily range, right? And this is now giving you a break above the daily highs once again. So what is the next target? Look at this. From here, you've got clean target to the top side, at least this daily resistance area here, which is about 35 pips away. That's where your first TP could be, because we're again using the momentum as an edge to take this scalp position. So if you know that the range to the top side is only about 30 something pips, you technically do need a smaller stop loss, right? So I think safest SL will be below this breakout, SL below the open candle, and you're aiming for that target to the top side, and you're making a risk-free. You're also securing along the way, right? You're not letting the whole thing play out, because that would be silly. It's super inflated on the intraday, but you are taking profits along the way. So maybe this could be a TP1, because it's a rejection area if they want to take the price up, and your TP2 could be essentially another couple pips above this. Yeah, there you go. Your TP2 area could be just up here now. This resistance here could be your TP2 area up there. But the first leg up will be essentially, yeah, it's about 10 something pips you're aiming for. You're making it risk-free, securing something, and then from there you're letting the rest just run. Let's wait for it. Again, let's look at the 5-minute for the scalp opportunities. So what are we seeing? We're seeing bullish structure at this point now. We just need some sort of a momentum push at this point. We need some sort of a momentum push. Again, if you're looking for a scalp position, you need the momentum to be on your side. Can we take an intraday position at the moment? Go for it. Put 100 pip SO. I'm not interested. I'm really not interested. So I need some sort of a momentum candle at least. So guys, at the moment, the entries are not valid. I will let you guys know when the entries become valid. So this is just a concept that I'm showing you, but do not enter on the breakout just yet. We need some more confirmations. Are we getting a breather candle at this point as well? Man, we're getting that breather candle as well at this point. And look at the spike up that you get from here. Very nice spike up. But at the same time now, you do get these nasty rejections setting up from this area here. And oh, that's that breather candle about to get violated. This is where you're using the 4H thing to your advantage. The one-sided move with the 4H. If the pullback is done, they can give you that aggressive move. The numbers are quite negative. Super bullish closure on the previous 4H. You are also looking for that 1 hour closure to the top side, which you got. 1 hour breakout to the top side about to set up as well. Let's see what they do at this point now. Again, do not enter the markets on the breakout just yet, because we need to see what sort of a spike up we get first. If it's a decent spike up, then fair enough. Until then, stay out of this trade. Because what they can do is, a lot of the times how they form the double tops is they give you a spike up and then they start selling the market. So that's where I recommend looking for that scalp position. At least wait for the first 5 minutes or so, wait for some sort of a closure above and see how the next 5 minute reacts, right? We have the screenshots here on the playbook. We can show you the double top, how the double top usually forms. Look at this 4H double top scenario right here. See, look, notice one thing about this, right? A lot of the times what it does is it gives you a retest and it gives you like just a very slight breakout, and then from there it gives you a move to the opposite direction, right? Because what they want to do is they want to trigger stop losses, they want to trigger orders, they want to fake you out and then give you a move to the opposite direction. So this is something I want to avoid getting caught in. So I don't mind missing out on this. I don't have any FOMO, right? I'd rather not get tricked by gold. Gold is the trickiest pair. This is the most volatile pair. But if you understand the tricks that it plays on you, it can make you so much money, man. But that's why we've got all of these scenarios, guys. This way you just make it very systematic. We've got everything tracked here. You know, when you have all of these scenarios, you can just go back to, like, you know, you want to remind yourself how something sets up, and yeah, you just wait for it now. Okay, there you go. As I mentioned earlier, either this will be a breather candle or a resistance candle. So break below this now. This is essentially starting to become a resistance candle, and this is your 30 minutes of confirmation on the breakout. So let's say, where is the low? Where is the low? Where is the low? If we do look for that sort of drop at this point now, how much range do we have to the downside? Oh, we have down to at least the CW 50%. Because again, the whole point of the one-sided move on the 4H, this is becoming a fake out at this point, isn't it? That's all we're seeing at this point. So let's see how it reacts over here. But if it is a genuine breakout now, I think let's give it a go, guys. Let's start looking for that sell position. This is becoming your 4H double top. And so again, the same concept of like break, retest, break. So let's see if this turns into a confirmation candle, gives us a very nice clean breakout, makes the previous candle invalid, the previous bullish candle. Again, you know, we don't want to take any impulsive entries, but at this point we will be getting 30 minutes of confirmation. If this candle here can either give us a closure below this, yeah, this is where gold's going to start sinking now on the break below, and you've got such a nice range to the downside as well, don't you? Yeah, if we get closure below this, let's give it a go. Let's take it downtown. With the New York Stock Exchange open, your SLs go above the structure highs, and your TPs are literally all the way down there. I'll be honest with you guys, it's got potential, a lot of potential. But again, I said your TPs, not TP. It's not one TP. You're taking TPs along the way, right? You're being smart with this. But this move makes plenty of sense, honestly. You know, we waited for the fake out, but let's do wait for a closure. We need price to close below this, so I would recommend staying out of the markets at the moment for the next couple minutes, and with the New York Stock Exchange opening, let's take it downtown. But yeah, this trade makes plenty of sense now. Let's just give it a go. But wait for a closure on this candle. We do need that confirmation. And looking to the left as well, look, we have this area here, which again, I recommended that we wait for a close above this area before we take anything. And now if it's a close above and a break back below, it becomes a fake out, and bingo, this is what we need for markets to start selling off. So this is it. This is the confirmation we're waiting for. And let's give this a go. I can give you guys different TPs as well. At this point, as soon as it starts to spike down, look to the left, because again, the TPs are based off the structure, right? They're not just like random areas that I will give you. This will technically become your TP1 area, because you can get a very nasty rejection from here. So this will be your TP1 area down here when this position sets up. Because we want to see that one-sided move on the 4H. So the one-sided move to the downside will be a 4H double top. And so if it is a 4H double top, look at the range to the downside. And if it's just a pullback, again, very clean range. 50 pips to the downside for the pullback, 73 pips to the 4H pullback, and 100 plus pips to the fake out. Lovely jubbly. TP1 area just here. As I said, we need a closure below this, and then with the New York Stock Exchange momentum, we're looking for that drop. Because with the 4H, it should be a very one-sided move. It has no business breaking below this or closing below this. If it does, then it's establishing that resistance, then the one-sided move will be a fake out. Whereas if it gives you a rejection with the New York Stock Exchange open, it breaks above, we take it up. It just depends what they want to do now with the NYSE. And ever since the news play, we haven't really seen anything. You know, again, look at the breather candle. Retest done at this point, still respecting the structure lows. If it breaks above, then again, the buy position is still in play. Let's just wait for it. Okay, they're again rejecting this support area rather than giving you that resistance candle. They are giving you nasty rejections from this area. We've got a couple more minutes left, 9 more minutes left before the New York Stock Exchange open, which should bring the next bunch of volatility into the markets. And as soon as we have that volatile factor, you know, that's one thing we need in the equation, the volatility, right? You have volatility, close your eyes, take that pump or dump. We're at a key area now. Something nice can set up from here for sure. Another thing I do want to mention, since you know that gold is super inflated on the intraday, another thing I do want to mention is the 15-minute fake out, which can set up. So how 15-minute can cause a fake out. Let me also suggest something here. Let me just annotate this for you guys to make it easier. So this is how the 15-minute fake out can form. This being your resistance area, right? This candle can give you a rejection from this area here and give you a very bullish closure, maybe 5-10 pips above, since the volatility factor will be there. And now if the next candle being the NYSE candle technically gives you just a little spike up, and from there, this is what it does. Let me just change the color to make it easier for you guys, because again, we all are visual creatures at the end of the day. Let's say the next one opens here, is super inflated, it tries to break, but it ends up closing something like this, closing back below the first 15 of NYSE. The next 15-minute will do something like this. So again, this could be one of the tricks that gold can play on you, because again, price is super inflated on the intraday. You're technically buying the highest, right, on gold. That's one thing you need to keep in your mind. So if you are not comfortable with taking something like this, stay out of the markets until you see a pullback. Once the pullback is done, you can start buying gold or start selling gold. Depends on the confirmations, right? And the other scenario, which is obviously the break, retest, and pump. Bro, I'm gonna quickly go grab myself an energy drink before NYSE. You take over. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, okay?
Okay. Oh, Moss is in the building today. How are you, Moss? Good? Moss is always in the building, so Oh, my bro boss. Don't see a long time ago, bro. Don't see a long time ago, man. A long time, long time. It's a waiting game, waiting game. They like to play games. Gold like to play games. Gold is like girls. You can't never go all in, you know? Let's see. Guys, feel free to share some ideas on Discord. I'm gonna post, I think the link is, yeah, the link is there. There's a section on Discord to members, members analysis, or even analysis. You can post there. We take a look here on the stream, or even send the link here to the stream. You can take a look too. These talks, man. Oh, gold is doing the trick. Did you see, guys, what DA says about the break and close? Oh, the trick is made. Yeah, bro. Exactly the same that DA is saying, you know, like breaking above. And now with the NYSE, let's see. Let's see what it does.
You know what they say? Red Bull gives you wings. So I had to quickly go grab my wings before gold starts flying. You know? Just getting myself prepared for that pump, guys. That's all it is. Yeah, bro. It broke above a little bit, but it is rejecting. Exactly, guys. That's why we stay out of this bad boy. Because what gold likes to do is It likes to trick you. And if you can understand its tricks, you can stay away from these impulsive plays in the markets. Gold is super inflated on the intraday. You don't have to take a buy position here. You can always wait for a pullback. If you understand the session timings, you literally have easily another hour or so before the markets start to lose momentum. Even an hour and a half, to be fair, you have up to like 4:30 UK time before markets really starts to lose momentum. So if it's super inflated on the intraday time frame, you don't need to jump into any sort of impulsive positions here. So that's why we are personally staying out of the markets at the moment. You know, your job as a trader is not to just jump in to a position every day. That's what 90% of the people do. Honestly, guys, your job is to stay out if your confirmations are not there. That's what makes you a professional. Oh man, that fake out scenario though is setting up so nicely on the, look at this, right? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Let's see what they do. Let's see if they give us this fake out scenario at this point. Got the resistance, got the break above resistance, got the wick fill scenario up there, wick fill and break. First 5 minutes of New York Stock Exchange open, I'm not taking anything. Let's see what they do in the next 5 minutes. First 5 minutes either gives us a wick fill, break, closure. Next one gives us a pump and we take the buy position. Until then, I'm staying out. First 5 minutes, again, too much order flow, you know, there's too many orders being executed at once with the New York Stock Exchange open. So it's super volatile, right? And your 4H at this point is giving you that one-sided move, hopefully to the top side, but we just need that closure. First 5 minutes invalid confirmation. Ooh, yeah, break of this. Most likely it's gonna start pumping now. It's gonna start pumping with the New York Stock Exchange open. There you go. Super inflated on intraday time frame at the moment. Gold is super inflated. So there's no need for you to jump into an impulsive entry as of yet. Just wait, have patience. New York Stock Exchange open has literally, it's just been 1 minute since the NYSE open, but this is your NYSE open momentum. They're giving you that one-sided move to the top side, right? But at the same time, you know, I was thinking about it. That's why I like to take a walk. I like to kind of like walk away from the charts just to clear my head. I was thinking about it. I was like, if I know that the daily range is so inflated, it means like it's pushed up so much and we don't actually have a closure. And the next 4H has technically just opened, and I know with the NYSE it will give me a spike up, but the spike up could become invalid the minute it starts to now reject and become a rejection candle. Then the sell position sets up, right? I was like, why am I forcing a buy position here? Like, why, when it's inflated so much? It's clearly FOMO, isn't it? So yeah, no FOMO for me. I have the wings though, so even if it comes down, I can still fly. But yeah, let's see what sets up. Let's see what sets up. Just give it a little bit more. Guys, you need that one clean trade, right? There's no need to rush. No need to rush, honestly. Just like relax, patience. Don't have any sort of FOMO. Majority of the times during this session, you don't see a one-sided move. Look at this move. It started at 1300, not 1300, 1500, 3 o'clock. This was 1500 move. All of this started at 3 o'clock. What's the time right now? It's 2:30. So essentially in the next half an hour, we can expect something like this. Yes or no? Exactly. So relax, have patience. Have patience. But again, now what is kind of like my thought process behind this, right? Let me try and analyze this. So my thought process is this whole range now and this breakout becomes invalid. Let me tell you guys why this range here technically becomes invalid. Because price is open, right? Think about it. When there is when you have like something trapped in this box, right, and it's been trapped in there for like the longest amount of time, you know, there's so much pressure built up, so much pressure. All of a sudden the pressure is being released now, right? It's being released, but this is still the box. Because the pressure is being released now, this breakout or this breakout here becomes invalid until you have a one-sided move. It means now the pressure has been released and it's going to the downside. So it's technically like the same thing, right? For the first 5 minutes, because of orders being executed, like sell orders, buy orders, they're fighting because there's that pressure, right? But it depends where the closure is. And then once we see a clean breakout, the pressure being released, the order flow being to the top side, it means 60% plus are buy orders, right? This is what we need. So this is where now for the first 5 minutes, because it's so spiky, just stay out of it. Now the next 5 minute can literally do this. Watch. This is what the next 5 minute can do. I've traded this many times before. There's a very high chance you're going to see the next 5 minute opening and now selling off. Unless now the pressure is to the top side. This is where this 5 minute can sell off now. Watch, guys. Now this 5 minute has clearly no business breaking the lows here, right? So if it does, let's take it downtown. Let's take it downtown. But if it wants to pump up now, then fair enough. Let it do its thing. But most likely this is the trap done. This is the order flow, pressure being released, and now markets should sort of calm down a little bit and give you that the actual valid breakout either to the top side now. This is where you need a 5 pip pump above the breakout area, giving you a very nice closure. 5 pip pump. Look at that, 5 pip retest done. It needs to go past that 5 pip area. It becomes a genuine breakout. And then from here, now you can expect gold to start pumping up above this area. This is where you can start looking for that pump up on gold. It will give you a very nice pump up. There you go. If it breaks past it, it will start pumping up at least 10-20 pips. You should be able to get it. But again, it's not really worth it in my opinion, because the intraday is super inflated, right? And if you're looking for that bigger move where you have multiple TPs, it's very hard to look for those multiple TPs within this area here. But this is that concept of, like, you know, your one-sided move with the 4H, and 4H technically giving you a breakout and now a pump. But at the same time, because again, realistically talking, as soon as this does start to lose that momentum to the top side, they need to give you such a nice correction going based off the previous candle. So you will essentially have all of this range to start looking for a trade in. And this is a sell position I'm talking about, not a buy position. Because again, it's very inflated on the intraday. I usually don't feel comfortable trading the daily highs. I was going to look for this buy position, but then when I had my walk, I was like, why am I forcing a buy position when gold's moved more than 200 pips and it's super inflated? All I need to do is just like wait for that confirmation and start selling gold when it sets up. So yeah, guys, you know what? I was going to take a trade to the top side, but yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's super inflated, and 3 o'clock, something like this can be replicated. You know, why not? Why not? Because this was the idea we discussed, right? Looking for a buy position here, but it's not worth it, is it? It's not worth it. It really is not worth it. It's about picking and choosing your battles, right? So yeah, man, it's just not worth it. Is this replicating something like this is worth it? Because this was the candle, right? There was no way we could have taken this. It was impossible, right? It was impossible unless you had some sort of, you know, software which showed you numbers before the numbers were released. Whereas now with this, right, we could have taken this breakout for sure. Is it worth it? Like that's what I was thinking about. I was like, is this really worth it? You have a resistance here. You have a resistance here. You have so many resistance levels to deal with, right? Is it really worth it? The idea that I discussed is playing out, and I could have made money, but was it really worth it? Jumping into this when you can see to the left again, rejections, 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 and gold's moved more than 200 pips, and I know that all it needs to do is reject, and I've got easy 100 pip range target to the downside. Even 50% of 300 pips is 150 pips, guys. Is the numbers, is all about the numbers, right? So think about it. Like, if you want multiple TPs, would it be to the top side or would it be to the downside? And this is just the first 15 minutes of NYSE. Who's to say the next 15 minutes does not cause a fake out? Because it most definitely can. I think we've traded this many times before as well, Nuno, right? They give you that one inflated move and then from there sell the markets for the rest of the session.
Yeah.
Especially from this area here, man. Because the thing is, right, if I'm looking for that one clean trade where I can hold my positions, this one here is essentially the trade I want to take, right? But yeah, should be fun. Let's give it a little bit more. Let's have some patience today. We've been killing the markets recently. 2 trades a day. So let's not jump into something. Let's pick our battles. And another thing is, right, I want to see what sort of closure I get in the next 6 minutes or so. Because again, the idea of a fake out forming from up here is very appealing to me, I'll be honest with you. Like all of a sudden a nasty bearish engulfing bearish candle, just, you know, you see a nice engulfing bearish candle here, you're like, whoa, what's happening here? This is where they're taking the price down now. NYSE has given you the leg up. First 10 minutes. What's going to happen in the last 20 minutes? That's what I'm asking. What's going to happen in the last 20 minutes? First 10 minutes give you the leg up. Pressure has been released. Again, the example of being, trapped in a box, and then as soon as it, will get trapped out, it will just give you that one-sided move. But once the pressure has been released, it will find its feet. And so now if the pressure has been released because of the order flow, it will start to find its feet in the last. This is not even this is still the first half of the NYSE open, right? And so what happens in the last half of the NYSE is the question I'm asking. Well, would they start losing that top side momentum now? Would they start picking up some downside momentum now and give us this 4H 50% retest? Okay, let's measure everything again, because I think it's becoming super interesting now. They're about to give you a rejection at this point. Okay, technically this 4H has no business rejecting at this point now. So if we see this candle here turning into a rejection candle, I'm looking for that drop, guys. There's a reason I've been staying out of this, because I can see the potential to the downside. So again, let's quickly just mark this out. Literally the minute we start to see price trading below this area, some sort of a decent closure below this, let's look for it. Let's give it a go. So this is going to be your 4H 50% breakout, and from here now your wick fill scenario is essentially here, and then the main TB for us will be this area here. So let me also show you guys how much of a range we have to the downside. If this trade is to set up, let me show you how much gold can actually drop. The scenario that I'm looking for can give you a really nice drop for the rest of the day. Just exactly the same thing happened yesterday as well, and it played out near 1500, right? So from here now, essentially, if we can look for a position, this position can give you around 80 pips to 90 pips to the downside, right? But most likely they can also give you a very nice aggressive breakout to the top side. I can see that happening as well for sure. No doubt about it. I don't have a bias at the moment. I really don't. But I'm sort of thinking about what the smart thing to do is, and the smarter thing to do is essentially to kind of like stay out of this, because look at the areas to the left as well. To a certain extent, you do want to look to the left just to see what sort of a reaction you get. Look at that, we had rejections here. You had all of these rejections that you had to deal with. So did it make sense to take a impulsive entry, which it would have played out, right? It would have. But did it make sense to kind of like risk it when you've got so many rejections to the left and gold is super inflated on the intraday? That's kind of what I was thinking. That's why I stayed out of it. Otherwise, this was a very nice position. So let's see. Let's just wait for a little bit more. First 15 minutes of New York Stock Exchange open, giving us the pump. What are we going to experience in the last 15 minutes? Because this is where, again, we have the fake out scenario setting up. If the next one breaks the lows, it's still valid. It is still valid. We're still holding the structure, still holding the bearish structure at the moment. Again, okay, last 5 minute candle. rejecting, 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 forming that resistance. Last minute left before the new 15-minute opens. This is the new 15-minute opening in the next 12 seconds. There it is. This is the last 15 minutes of the NYSE. Which way would the momentum be, up or down? Is that fake out scenario setting up on the intraday, which we spoke about earlier, remember? But it doesn't mean that it would not give you a pullback before technically causing a break above. Just go gold, give us something. Okay, let's see what sets up, because I'm not interested in any sort of buy position at the moment. It's too inflated, honestly. It's way too high on the daily range. I don't feel comfortable buying gold. I don't feel comfortable selling the lows. I don't feel comfortable buying the highs, because I need one scalp opportunity, and yeah, it's just not worth it. I'm not trying to catch every single pip. I really don't care about it, honestly, guys. I just need that one move which can give me my 1 to 2% for the day, which is my target, and I'm happy. I'm a happy man. And the best thing about it is a lot of volatility is there in the markets today. A lot of volatility is there in the markets. So I will only take something that I'm comfortable with. And at the moment, I'm not comfortable with anything. The only thing that I did like was the breakout with the 4H, but I decided to stay out of it. It was worth staying out of it, because this is where now I didn't let the FOMO kick in. It was a very high confirmation trade, but at the same time, you know, I didn't let the FOMO kick in. I was like, let's just wait, let's just let it go up, wait for a pullback, and then I'll take it. Calm mindset, that's what you need as a trader. Very calm mindset, very calm state. You want to operate from a very calm state, you know, and yeah, that's how you build your accounts up. Every single day, small wins. Every single day you take small wins, and there you go. First 15 minutes giving you a clean pump, and now the second 15 minutes giving you some sort of a rejection, right? This is exactly what we need. Again, going on the 4H, we technically need this 4H to give us a nasty rejection, because again, what's the job of this 4H? To give us retest of this resistance, reject, or give us a break above, reject, or give us a break above and pump. So again, look to the left, right? We have a really nice rejection area here that we are tapping, right? So that's something I don't want to trade against. I actually want to use this as an edge to start looking for that sell-off, right? Because it's super inflated once again, and I don't think we've got any other news coming in. So there you go. It's the rest of the day is all based on the technicals now, guys, for the rest of the days. So realistically talking, logically thinking, when gold is super inflated and there are no fundamentals coming in, are they really going to give you another massive breakout? Logically thinking, realistically, no. Possibility, yes. Everything's a possibility in the markets. But again, going based off the data that we have, the answer is no. So if going based off the data, the answer is no, then we're looking for a drop. It's very simple, right? So how can we look for a drop? We'll wait for those confirmations. And what confirmation do we need? We need this candle here to now start rejecting in the last 15 minutes, and then the 1500 to give us that drop. So the 1500 needs to give us that drop. And make sure when you guys do capitalize on the sell position with us, use trailing stop losses, please. Trailing stop losses, you are not taking any partials, but you're trailing your stop losses every time. So if it runs for 100, 200 pips, man, you're letting your full positions run for like 100, 200 pips, but again, at the same time, you're trailing everything along the way, right? So 62.49. This is your current 4H 50.43. There you go. It's coming down now. I like this. This is where we need a closure below this at this point. The minute we can get a closure below this, let's see if we have some sort of a structure here to the left. Lovely, lovely, lovely bit of support to the left. What about the 30 minutes? Do we have anything on the 30 minutes? Okay, got a nice little support here, nice little resistance here. That's what we like to see, because we need something. This is it. Bingo. That's what we need. This is exactly what we need. Nice. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need. Very nice play. So yeah, let's look for that sell-off below this area here. We just need a nice clean closure below this. And I'll show you guys what scenario we are trading as well. And don't get me wrong, guys, this is something I did anticipate. So I now consciously missed out on this. It's not that this is something which I missed out on because I didn't realize gold was going to pump up. I knew it was going to pump up. I consciously stayed out of it because I did not feel comfortable due to this range. That's what I've done. So again, I've consciously stayed out of taking this trade because I know the possibility to the downside is something that I am genuinely interested in, because there's so much more room to the downside, right? So I was willing to stay out of this move because, again, as I said, if price is super inflated on the intraday, we don't have any more fundamentals coming up, it will run based on the technicals for the rest of the day. What's the possibility of us getting a correction on the intraday? Super high, right? So that's why I stayed out, and that was a conscious decision that I made. It's not like I didn't, catch on to something. That's why I missed out on this pump. I knew it was going to pump. I called it, but it's just something I wanted to stay out of. And that's what trading is about. You pick your battles, you choose your battles, and this was something I was not interested in taking. So now anything below this though, I'm closing my eyes and I'm taking it, and I'm letting the probabilities play out. But we need some sort of a confirmation below this area, and then from here now again, let's think about it, right? Let's visualize this. If the New York Stock Exchange open closes as a rejection candle, so what makes a rejection candle? Let's measure the whole range. Anything below this is giving us a rejection rather than a bullish play. So if this closes as a rejection, the most volatile open on gold, the New York Stock Exchange open, is causing a rejection from up here. What do you think will happen with the new hourly candle, the new 1500 candle? Well, the answer is in front of your eyes. You just have to wait. The answer is in front of your eyes. 30 minutes celery plays 60 pips caught. What's celery? I swear that's a vegetable, no? Celery. Hello? Celery is a vegetable, I think. No? I think celery is like, when your mom says eat celery or something. Yeah, celery is a vegetable, guys. How do you take that trade? Do you eat the celery and then press the buy button and it plays out? Is that the edge? Is that how it works? Yeah, that's a vegetable, man. That's a vegetable. Damn. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. We can invent the apple play. You know, you take a bite of an apple and then gold starts to pump. Whatever works. But no, guys, we're not taking these little silly retail trades. Looking for actual move on gold. Not looking for these celery plays or whatever. 100 pip stop losses and 10 pip take profits. I'm staying out of it for a reason. Trust me. I could have taken this as well. Could have taken this easily and could have caught more than 60 pips, but it's not worth it. Could have also taken it on the lower time frames. I'm very good at taking trades on the lower time frames. I was telling you guys about this structure. I could have also taken it here, but it's about, I think that's one thing you really need to install within your self if you want to become profitable in the game. Only take what works for you. Don't take everything the markets throw your way, because every time you take a trade is a game of probabilities, and you know there is no certainties. Eventually the probabilities will go against you if you're just taking everything markets throw your way. But if you're playing a game of odds, playing a game of probabilities, and you're taking just that one setup which you know will give you a very high chance of winning, then you're consistently doing the same thing again and again and again. For me, one thing that never works, guys, is buying the highs on gold. It never works for me. So for me, did I do something wrong by staying out of this? No, I actually did call this buy position out. I really did I not? It was done. You guys can go back and watch it. But did I take it? No, because it doesn't work for me. Does this mean that I've done something wrong? No, this is a positive. This is how you got to be as a trader. You got to be willing to say, no, I want to stay out. I have the discipline, I have the willpower to stay out, because I know something can set up in the next half an hour or the hour or whatever, right? We know that this session here can go on for another hour very easily, very easily. They have a lot of volatility in the markets. So why am I trying to rush the process? Do you see where I'm coming from, right? That's the mindset I have. Bro, on MT5, can you manually move the stop loss with mouse, or do you have to? Let me give you an example. This is how you can move it. So basically, if this is your stop loss line, right? So this is how you can do trading stop losses. And this is your entry, and let's say this is your entry, this is your stop loss, and let's say this is the take profit that you have, and you want to kind of like trail your stop loss to the take profit. So now example, let me annotate, price is flying up to your take profit again from your entry, blah 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 blah, it's here. Bro, all you do is you go on your MetaTrader 5 or your MetaTrader 4, you grab the stop loss and you just move it here. That's your stop loss being trailed. That's all you do. I've tried that before in MT4. It doesn't work, lol. Bro, personally, I don't use MT4. We use MetaTrader 5 here. So MT4, I'm not too sure about. But MetaTrader 5 is what I use. But this is how you can trail your stop loss. Yeah, you just, and then so imagine now, price spikes up again. Price is trading all the way up here. You just keep on holding your stop loss and you keep on trailing it. You just keep on training it. That's how you trail your stop loss.
Yeah, bro. If he's talking on the phone, I know that the MT4 doesn't have the option on the phone to trail the stop loss, you know.
Yeah, on the phone, we don't trade
Probably,
on the phone.
yeah, but it's probably talking on the phone.
Oh, okay. No, guys, we don't trade on the phone. Everything we do is on the desktop. On the phone, no, because we use magic keys and everything, right?
No, on desktop.
Oh, he says on desktop. Then he should be able to, man. Then you should be able to, bro. I might have to change my settings. Yeah, then you should be able to, bro. On the desktop, you should be able to. On the desktop, it's the same thing. On the phone, though, yeah, it'll be a different play for sure. But yeah, there you go. Bro, it's a W for the scenario for sure, though. The Wakefield and break scenario on the intraday. For sure, a W for the scenario. And yeah, let's see what the 1300 gives us. I'm really putting all of my eggs in one basket, which is the 1500 basket. That's where I'm putting all of my eggs. So let's see if my eggs get hatched. What do you call it? Hatched or something like that. Let's see if I can catch these pips. I know I've got 10 eggs, 10 pips. Each egg includes 10 pip profits. So let's see if we can hatch those eggs. We've got 2 more minutes left. 2 more minutes left. 2 more minutes left. One-sided move, very inflated. Very nice play so far. Bro, extend it till 4 o'clock today, okay? You know?
Okay.
Because there is a lot of volatility in the markets, so let's extend it just a little bit more. Again, it depends every single day, right? We'll just go based off the days, but today should be a very clean day. And I sort of do want to wait for the volatility to kind of die down a little bit more, and then, you know, get this nasty rejection from here, maybe like a open, and then from there to start dropping for the rest of the day. Like just kind of like replicate this, and this is going to be your double top now on the HTF as well. It's going to be sweet play. Very sweet play. We still selling? Yes, sir. We still selling, sir. Yes, sir. Look at your daily range, man. We're still selling. Oh, we haven't sold the markets yet. We are still looking for a sell. Will be the right thing to say. We are not selling just yet. We haven't sold just yet. We haven't taken anything just yet. We've just been staying out of the markets. You know, because another thing you need to understand, if you've been, you know, joining every single day, we've been taking 2 trades a day, been catching crazy amount of pips. So, you know, when you've made so much money for the week, you're kind of not really tempted to take anything that you don't like. This is it now. 1500 is here, guys. 1500 is here. 1500 is here. Let's remeasure the range once again. We technically need this 4H now reject. Let's mark the intraday highs. There it is. The 1500 is here now. This is when we are anticipating a drop to start showing up. So let's see. A nice clean rejection on this candle. Where are the daily lows, by the way? Oh man, what a nice range. Even just down to the daily 50%, so much range. Wow. This is why I love to trade. I love the range when there is a big range on gold. I love it, honestly. There you go. And where is your 4H now? There it is. Let's wait for those rejections on the 4H. Double top scenario on the higher time frame structure will set up from up here. Let's also keep this area here marked up. We saw a lot of momentum kicking into the markets to the downside from here. So let's also keep this area here marked out. It's just a waiting game now. Set and forget. On the daily again, technically creeping up to the highs. Once it goes past the highs, multiple rejections to the left, but it is creeping past the highs. So maybe it wants to creep past the highs and then give you a correction. Never know. Anything is a possibility in the markets. So we need some sort of a rejection, at least quarter rejection on the intraday. Quarter rejection means it will come down to retest the half, and then from there we can most likely either take our positions out, call it a session, or just let it run.
Gonna wait for the close, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna go to bathroom real quick.
Because you got so much time, man. At least an hour easily before the markets go dead. So can easily squeeze out our setup in the next hour or so. No need to rush this. So let me tell you guys why I stayed out. Because gold's pushing up so much. I did discuss this scenario. It's a very high probability scenario, but you know, every trader has a comfort zone. This is where I start to go off my comfort zone when gold goes past the 200 pip range. And you know, I have to start looking for the buys. I hate selling the highs. I'll be so honest with you guys. I hate it. This is one thing I hate so much. And I hate selling the lows. so this is where I just wasn't feeling like I was in my comfort zone. So I was like, you know what, it's not really going to be good for my psychology, and at the end of the day all I have is my psychology, right? Everything else comes after. I was like, let me just stay out of it. Let me just wait for the confirmation which I want to see, which will be the sell setup from up here, replicating something like this, since you're still respecting the structure highs, right? Think about it, structure highs are still being respected. And so now if we can see like a one-sided play with the, you know, 1H, something like this, ooh, look at this, something like this will be amazing. So what we need to now technically do is essentially just wait for a confirmation below this, right? And the minute we have a confirmation, guys, you know, this happened yesterday as well, so I just don't want to FOMO into something today, right? Because if I FOMO into a silly position and I get taken out, then that's going to kind of like affect my psychology. Not because I've taken a loss, because loss is a part of the game, it's because I've kind of like let my emotions do the trading for me. And this is where now I've stayed out. I was like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable. It's a daily high breakout, but that's something I don't really like trading unless the range is less than 200 pips. Then I will be interested because I know it needs to give you that 200 pip range. I was like, let's just stay out of it. Why am I even thinking about taking it? So I had a little walk, came back, I was like, staying out of it. But guess what? It doesn't mean that we don't take a trade today. We just need to wait for what we feel comfortable taking. That's what trading is about, which will hopefully be this downside play today in a little bit. And honestly, if that's one thing you can master, like, you know, every trader has that sixth sense, right? If you can master your sixth sense, you know, then you're kind of like at that level in your life where you understand your emotions, and the whole game's about your psychology. So if you're emotionally not, if you're emotionally not there, and you know, you take a trade where emotions are attached, you will make some sort of a illogical decision. You want to make logical decisions, right? So this is where if any trade you take and you don't feel comfortable taking it, you stay out of it, because your emotions are not where it should be, right? The emotions are involved. You need to make sure you take something where you're like, you know what, I'm confident in taking this, and I'm not going to get emotional once I take it. I'll just let it run. That's the kind of place you want to be at. So for me, it will be this sell position from up here. So yeah, it's just a waiting game. Do we have news coming in tomorrow or no? CAD news tomorrow. No USD news. Friday. Anything on Friday? So nothing on Friday, no. Oh yeah, it's Thursday today, isn't it? Huh. I thought it was Wednesday or something. But next week is crazy, man. Crazy week ahead of us. So much money can be made next week. Like FOMC, I have a 90% win rate, guys. So much money can be made, it's crazy on FOMC. And that would be 2 trading sessions we host here on the YouTube live stream. First we'll have the normal NY session live stream, and then we'll have the FOMC live stream as well. So we will try our best to do as much as we can here, for sure. Where is Moss, man? I didn't see him today. Where is he?
I see him, bro. I see him. Yeah. Today he shows the camera too. Today.
Oh, he did?
He's alive.
I didn't see him.
I think that was when you go grab the energy drink.
Oh, he left? But you know, when the energy drink shows up, that's when you know something's about to go down. I'm about to get a elixir. The elixir in my body is about to give you something crazy. Okay. Two more minutes left. Let's just let it play out. This is what I'm looking for. I'll just mark it out on the screen. If it shows up, I'll look for a position. Otherwise, yeah. And I'll give it another hour for this to set up, because there's a lot of volatility in the markets, and there is a lot of liquidity up here as well. Don't forget. So this is where, if they want to drop the price, they need the cheapest price possible, which will essentially be these areas here. Within these areas, your sell positions become super valid, guys. Like this is where you start looking for those sell positions within this range. They become super valid, right? Again, it's a game of orders, right? So when you think about it, they've got to do some sort of profit taking now for this. Where would the profit taking be done? Well, essentially, because the intraday is again so inflated, it will be up here somewhere, right? Most likely they do trade based off their every $5 key level. They do trade based off those $5 key levels being the 70s, the 75s. So this will now be the profit taking range if they start breaking out of 70. Otherwise 70 is the profit taking range, and if 70 is the profit taking range, then we need rejections from this area here now, and that's when we need the 4H to start rejecting and give us our sell position. So this will be your profit taking range if we clear the 70 area, and this will also be your liquidity area, right? This is where you have a lot of money now in the markets and a lot of orders. You have to again understand it's always a game of orders. Let's see if we can put something up there. What can we do to make it look fancy and, you know, systematic and institutional, and then I can call my strategy institutional, you know? And then you guys can all buy my course and I can become a millionaire. It makes sense, doesn't it? I don't even have a course yet though, so I would need to make a course. Hey, is it 95% win rate institutional strategy, you know? Who cares if it's 100%?
Makes me remember when I see that publicity on YouTube, like, are you trying to have the stupid retail trader strategy?
Are you sick of these stupid retail traders? And are you sick of blowing your money? Well, guess what? I'm the best retail trader ever, guys. I have the secret sauce. You know, there's no one like me, guys. Come and join me. And then boom, he'll send you to baby pips. Like, there you go, baby pips. That's all you need, guys. That's what you need. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But trading is very relative, though. If you're the thing is, though, even though the way we take the trades is very relative, the numbers game cannot be the numbers game needs to make sense, right? So imagine you have someone trading £1 million account and they have like so much equity where even if they take silly losses, to a certain extent, you don't even need to use a stop loss in £1 million account, right? So imagine someone's taking this every single day, right? He's got 10 pip 10 pip TP, and he's got 100 pip SLs. Now, with this guy's strategy, you need a very big pot on gold, because to a certain extent, 100 pip SL is your intraday SL. It doesn't really count as an SL, does it? Because you're taking those scalp TPs, so you're scalping the markets in terms of your TPs, but your SLs are very much intraday based, right? So it's like if you play the game and you let it play out, that's when you truly understand what your win rate is. If you had a intraday TP as well, but because you have a 10 pip SL and intraday stop loss, you will have a crazy win rate, right? So think about it. You're like making 10k times, let's say 5, but your 10 pips means is 10 pips, right? 10 pips makes you 10k. So what lot size do we need to make 10k per 10 pips? I think that's like 100 lots, is it not?
Yeah.
So imagine you have 100 lot open, you're making £10,000, right? You have 100 lot open, $10,000, not £10,000, and you will need at least 10 wins. So, you know, you would need 10 wins to hit 100 grand, right? And all it would take is one intraday SL to get hit to go minus 100k. But in a way, when you're kind of like promoting your courses and signals, this is a very good business model, right? Because you're showing them that you have a very high win rate. And because you have a big pot of £1 million, realistically talking, you're not going to blow your money up. Whereas now, if a person who follows your pot and only has £100 to £1,000, one big SL wipes the whole account out. Do you guys see? Right? Hey dear, do you live in Ilford Lane? No, I don't live in Ilford, bro. No. I don't live in
Bro,
Ilford.
even me, bro, I have friends, swing traders that didn't use like 100 pip stop loss.
Yeah, that's basically the game, right? Today goal's just been pumping, man. Is they're giving you the daily breakout to the top side, aren't
Yeah.
they? But no, man, I don't live in Ilford. I don't live in Ilford. My office is in Cabot Square, man. Canary Wharf. I do go to Ilford just for like, you know, the food and stuff, but I don't actually live there. Because they have a lot of like Asian shops over there, Asian sweets. So we do go there, but just for like the food and the shopping purposes. That's about it. But it's basically like mini Pakistan, isn't it? Ilford Lane. But yeah, that's the thing, right? With the big pots, you can to a certain extent do it because you have you can potentially take those losses in a row, right? Because you would need 10 losses in a row for your whole pot to be taken out, and because you're placing intraday stop losses and you have sort of like, you know, scalping TPs, it's very hard for your pot to get wiped out like that unless you do some emotional trading. So in a systematic way, it does make sense, but you need a very big pot for something like that as well. To be fair, it was the same thing with Raja as well, right? You couldn't really replicate Raja unless you had a lot of money. Do you agree, Nuno? Because I
It
don't.
depends, bro.
It depends with Raja. I think, yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
With
because
Raja,
I
is
remember he
yeah.
uses like he never take like 100 pip stop loss.
No,
If he
man,
sees
his
that his
trading's really
stop
good.
loss
Yeah,
didn't go like good with the TP, you know,
yeah,
you will not take the trade. And I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
on
yeah.
the start,
Mm-hmm.
I remember that some trades that are 50 pip stop loss, he didn't take that trades
Yeah,
because the
yeah, yeah,
stop loss
yeah.
is too big, you know.
No, his trading is really, really good, man. His trading is really, really good. Roger's trading, honestly.
I think now that's a different thing. I know. I think.
Yeah, but because he has a pot now, he can to a certain extent let it run as well. So, you know, is again, it depends. You always have that journey as a trader, right? You constantly just keep on changing stuff because it depends on your psychology. It depends on how much money you actually have to trade with. There's so many factors which go into it, right? I just think one thing is a little bit scummy is when you try and sell a lifestyle and tell them like, hey, look, I have £1,000,000 account, you have £1,000 account, you can replicate what I do. That's a bit, you know, it's just not something that's ethical in my opinion. So I think if you do everything the right way, then there is no right way of trading, you know, as long as you don't promote something dodgy. But yeah, we'll give it another hour for this to set up. Otherwise, it will be a no trade day over here in the live stream. But yeah, we'll give it a little bit more for this to set up and shall take it downtown. If this does set up, is forming a rejection from this key level. This is exactly what we need. Now we just need a little setup and then we take it downtown. Bro, I will be back in 2 minutes, okay?
Okay, bro. Okay. Roger used the same strategy on 5K account. Bro, AKB, I think Raja didn't use that strategy, bro. The same strategy as the as the 100 pip guy, you know? I think Raja's strategy is way different. It's kind of like the same support and resistance, but the manage risk, risk management, everything. I think it's way different than that the other guy like strategy, man. Because you need to think this way. If you're gonna take like 10 pips TPs, you need to cut your losses when they go against you, CRC. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very nice, bro. It's a way different. If people don't know, you can think that it's like the same strategy, But from the people who know, it's different, way different strategy. Way different, yeah. Yeah, I remember, man. I think Roger turned like 5K into 15K. Yeah, I think it was 50K. Yeah, 50K. It was crazy, man. I remember that. It's- Looks like today is one of those days, right? That gold just pumps, 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 pumps. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, bro, normally it happens, but even yesterday, what happened? We have a big, big push and then a big, big drop. But yeah, we wait a little bit more, and we see if gold gonna give us something. It's possible, bro. Like New York time, let me see time in New York. It's like 10. It's 10 o'clock in New York. So you have plenty of time. And that's normal, like the volatility factor, like kind of deads away a little bit, you know, because it was a massive push. It was like 200 pip push. So yeah, it's kind of normal. It's kind of normal they start to consolidate a little bit. Makes sense. You took something, Uber. You took that buy? Or you just like us waiting for some confirmation from the daily highs? You're waiting too? I kind of think that was a good decision too. Because if you take a look on what happened yesterday, we took that trade here with a stop loss here.
Apologies,
I wanted to
apologies,
play it if
apologies,
you
guys.
want.
I'm back.
Okay.
Let's quickly go grab my food, man. The Uber guy's here, but yeah, the ROI is crazy. Roger used the same strategy. Yeah, Roger's trading is sick, man. Roger used the same strategy on a 5k account. He turned into 30k after 2-3 months. The ROI is crazy. That's very possible, guys. That's very possible. I think the volatility is going after that push up. Yeah, of course, bro. I wanted to take the buy at 2 p.m. open, kind of when it pushed past the previous, but DA was saying about the rejection was making sense, so I left it. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, again, you don't have to take everything. Sometimes you just stay out of the markets. Because again, think about it, man. The daily was super inflated. We did discuss this scenario. You know, we did anticipate this to happen as well, but at the same time, it was so inflated. Was it really worth it? Because look how many rejections you have to the left, right? You've got rejections, too many rejections. That's the issue. Otherwise, yeah, it was a good position. Again, guys, think about it. Yesterday as well, we had volatility up till 1700, which is 5 o'clock. So essentially, for another 2 hours or so. So, as I said, we'll give it this hourly. If there's nothing that sets up within this hour, then we'll call it a session. Otherwise, we'll still take something. But yeah, to a certain extent, when you have that kind of money as well, your psychology will be up there, and you would be able to take things which other people would not be able to take. So again, when it comes to the way that, you know, we are trading, let's say, right, imagine you have so much money, you don't really care about 5k, you would take any opportunity that you know can potentially work out, right? Whereas if you only have 5k now, you will, even though, you know, some opportunities will play out, you will not take every single opportunity. You want to be, you know, you want to be sure that you take the best trade possible. So it's very possible to even flip 5k into 500k if you have 500k to lose. Does that make sense, guys? So it's not really something that hard, but it really depends on your psychology, how much money you actually have in your bank account. Because if I have like £500 right now, and £5,000, £500, 500k, who cares? If I have that much and I can afford to lose that much, I can just flip it all on FOMC. So it depends on you. It really depends. But if you have that kind of money, then yeah, you can flip it. And Raja for sure does, man. He really does. He invented magic keys. He owns a brokerage. He's got courses, he's got everything, you know, he's got a lot of money. So again, don't compare yourself to Raja. Don't think just because Raja's taken 5k to 30k you can also do the same. It's just not a fair comparison. Compare yourself to your own self, right? Because you've got your own journey. But yeah, use it as an inspiration. Just don't try and copy it, because it can get you in a lot of trouble. I always use Raja as like an inspiration. I'm like, I want to be where this guy is. He's such a G, but I would never say, oh, because Raja's, you know, made this much, or he's made X amount from, you know, 5K or this. I'm gonna do the same, because the thing is, that's when I'm gonna start getting into that psychological rut that I don't want to get myself into. So in that sense, just be an extra bit cautious, see it as a possibility, but don't try and replicate it, and do something which kind of like fits with your own psychology. Who is Raj and where can I find him? Raj, I don't think Raja does the live streams anymore, but he was like the OG who started the live stream scene, right? Does he still do the live streams?
I don't think so, bro.
No, I don't. He doesn't.
I
do
think
anymore,
it do, but one to a month.
bro. Yeah, Gorge is synced up today. I mean, he's just pumped up.
Yeah.
No downside plays. No downside plays. I don't think gold is gonna push down. Looks like it's breaking the daily highs. Oh, let me show you something, my friend. This is where this bad boy comes in. You know what I'm gonna do? Don't you, Nino?
What?
Boom.
Yeah, previous
There you go, my
is fake.
friend.
Yeah.
There you go, my friend. So yeah,
Nice move to the buy.
as I said, is liquidity, and your take profit area is up here as also. That's why we're here for another half an hour. If something sets up, we take it. Otherwise, game over. Call it a session. Not taking something and not losing something is part of the business, really. He's starting tomorrow since he moved to Dubai. Oh, really? That's amazing, man. Yeah, but the way he trades is completely different to what we do, because his thing's very like. Well, if you could define like the way he trades, Nuno, what would you say? Like his way of trading, because I think you've studied his way of trading, right? What would you say are like the key differences between our strategy and his strategy, since you know both strategies now, Nuno? You're muted, by the way, bro.
I think cutting the losses, he cut the losses very like early, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not early, because I remember some of my losses, not losses, but trades that I cut, you know, when it go against me, normally goes on my way, you know. And I can remember that. I think that's, yeah, and it's like support and resistance too. Something like this, I think.
You're selling me something.
I think it will take something like that, or no? No, it didn't break the laws. But I think you will take something like we took yesterday, bro, for sure.
Okay.
Like this, for us, is a different concept, but I think he will took it, you know.
So it's like support and resistance, basically, right?
Yeah.
And this area here being turned into a support.
Yeah, exactly. Even
And
the
break off the support.
higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, he probably will take this. That's not the same concept, you know, but
The difference here is right now you are looking for sales. He would look for a pullback, support form to buy as a trend.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. But he wouldn't sell the market. I mean, he wouldn't buy the markets now, would he? Up here.
No.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I never really studied the way he trades though. I never really went into it because I never got the chance to. I was always just stuck in my own little strategy, always trying to just tweak it and see what works for me. But then the concepts, some concepts I did take from Raja were like the support, resistance, like the wicks are either filled or broken. That concept I did take from Raja. Other than that, rest was kind of like my own research, trial and error sort of thing. But there you go. They've taken out the area which we discussed. The retest is done now. So from here, again, look at the 4H. The daily lows are there. The daily highs are up here. The 50% should be just around this area. Previous daily highs have been retested at this point as well. The current 4H is still open. The 50% area is just down here. We're anticipating a retest of the 50% area at least from up here. So what we need is some sort of a 30-minute confirmation of violation. We have a 30-minute candle just up here as well. Retest is done. Make it risk-free near that 50% area potentially. Nuno, are you prepared?
Yeah.
Let's take on the break of the 30-minute lows here. Okay. SL's up there. 50% TP on this position. This is your previous daily highs being rejected. Risk-free area will essentially be just here, because you're going to start tapping this mess to the left. Yeah, this here. You're going to start making a risk-free, start securing something. Essentially, you're just applying risk management, but you've got plenty of range to the downside. You've got the 4H 50% area approaching here, so that's why you're just being extra bit cautious over here. Break of this should be valid drop, setting up on gold. Double top formation. 1H again rejecting as we anticipated it to reject, going based off the previous 1H as well. We have this area here as the third TP for us, so our second TP will be the 93 area will be the second TP, and then this will be sort of your third TP, and then from there you can sort of just let it run the rest of the day sort of thing. 30-minute violation coming up as well. Where is your previous 30-minute 50% area? All the way down there. So break of this, you have a clean range, but technically after 10 pips you do want to make it risk-free here for sure. Take the risk off the table since it's super late into the session, and you can just let the rest run for the rest of the day. Wicks are either liquidity grabs or ranges that can be filled on lower time frames. $50 pip SL. 50 pip SL. Hash. If you want, you can place a 10 pip SL. That's really up to you. You don't have to place a 50 pip SL. You can place whatever you like, my friend. But yeah, I want to keep ourselves protected, and we're aiming for 1 to 1 hour, 2 hours for the day. But we usually look for 2 trades. We secure half on the first, and then second trade we secure the rest of the half. giving us positive R2R by the end of the day. But again, we have discussed this with our private members. So if you are in our private team, that's when you will understand the concept of our sort of like risk management, execution, and everything. Pretty much like the same thing, man. A closure, break below this resistance area here, like it's literally the same thing again as yesterday. Literally, look at that. How can you get onto Don what about SO when you have a 50 pip SO as well?
Bro, 50 is different than 100.
His army's after us, guys. His army's after us. My friend, do you not see the TP? This is just an idea on the screen. That's all it is. If you don't like it, don't take it. It's just an idea on the screen, and this is the safest SL. This is the safest SL at the moment. And because the range is very big today, that's why it's a little bit bigger. Usually, it would be something along the lines of this 26 pips. But look how big the candles are today. Because the range is really, really big, that's why the SO is really, really big. It's not really big, to be honest with you. It's very tight SO. And like, as I said, you're making it risk-free here for a reason as well. We're not making it risk-free is because there are 10 pips here. There is a scenario which we are trading, which is 4H 50% retest. The 4H 50% retest area is just down here. That's the only reason why we are making it risk-free over here. That's all it is. That's the reason. So it's again not 10 pips that we're securing. We're going based off our structure and levels. And if you don't feel comfortable taking it, stay out of it. It's very simple. You don't have to take anything here. Trust me. It's too late anyway. If you want to take it, it's up to you. We're not here telling you to take anything. Trust me. There you go. It's about to get triggered. Let's see what they do. Are they going to trigger us in? Are they going to trigger us in? Again, as soon as you get triggered, make sure making a risk free near this area. Look to the left. There's a reason why this area here is a danger area for us. Spike down. Come on, gold, give us that spike. Let's put alert here as well. Yes, the alert's there. It's very late into the session, right? So apply that risk management as soon as you get this breakout here. Remember, Nuno, ready, right?
Yeah.
Nice, bro. 50% target on this, okay? As soon as it gets triggered. But wait for the trigger, right? Wait for the trigger. Five pips below, as usual.
Yeah.
Because at the moment it's just a retest. Use the broker prices, 5 pips below. Wait for the trigger. But mostly you wanna take, again, trail your stop losses. I don't really recommend taking the profits out. Trade it if you can, guys. Second TP essentially will be your area here. This is where you can start taking 50%. It's really up to you guys. I can't really say too much, but your second TP will be down here. TP1 is where you're applying risk management and trading your stop losses there. TP2 is where you're looking to do some more sort of like you know, you're looking to take some profits as well, and let the rest run for the rest of the day now, you know. But again, essentially what you are looking to do is you're looking to trail your stop losses. So we discussed earlier how to do that. Just keep holding your stop loss button and keep on trailing it, rather than coming out of the position and letting your, you know, taking yourself out of the equation, because I've mentioned there is a lot of room to the downside now. So yeah, there you go. Make a risk free as soon as it goes past your TP1 area. Again, to the left, nasty rejections as you can see. So below this, start making it risk free. Let the rest run. Trail your stop losses if you can. But again, if you're not in my private team, I can't really give you any sort of risk management tips. So yeah, that's something I can't really give you guys tips on. We can just analyze the markets here for you guys. Whereas with the risk management plan, scaling plan, everything like that, if you are in our private team, then yeah, we've shown you guys how to basically deal with every single thing, right? There you go. Let's just let it run, let it run, let it run, let it run. Next minute open, need a minimum pullback and a dump. I wanted to just start dumping at this point. Very nice closure on the first 15, but we need the next 15 minutes to now break after give us that pullback, break below. Minimum pullback, break. Minimum pullback level should be up here somewhere, so maybe a pullback up here somewhere and a rejection. Max pullback. Another scaling entry could be this area here, so pull back up to this area here should be valid, and then from here break, and I think it should be valid at that point. And then yeah, you can kind of like let it run. But yeah, we do not have 10 pip take profits, by the way. These are trading stop losses we're giving you. Our main take profit is all the way down here on this position. We're trying to replicate this. So this is not a 10 pip take profit that we're giving you. This is just trading stop losses we're giving you to keep your positions protected and secure profits along the way. But the main thing is we're looking to capitalize on at least, look at the 4H level quickly. Yeah, at least the wick fill area. And the minute it goes past the wick fill area, that's when you kind of like have to look for the next 50% area, which will be the main target for me for the day. So the main TP for me will be essentially this area here. There you go. Until then, these are just trading stop losses I'm giving you. If this position sets up for you, trail your stop losses. 5 pip breakout. Let's go. Let's see what they do now. It's just a waiting game at this point. You need a pullback, break below, and this is where more scalings are part of the game. Nuno, second position as well, okay? You know how you can do that? I'll message you. I'll message you. Okay, leave it then. Leave it. Just let this one play out first and then we'll take another one after. But 50%, okay, on this.
Okay.
Just take 50% on this. I missed the enter. My live was rewinded somehow. The entry is 5 pips below, bro. You can take it on your own broker. Don't use the live stream for entries. Use your own broker. Otherwise, you will get triggered before we get triggered. Make sure you're getting triggered based on your broker, bro. But yeah, it's no big deal, man. It's the same thing. Just measure the range. I've shown you guys how to measure the range and let it run. 50, bro. If you can, 50% trading SO. Okay. Remember?
Yeah.
All right. Also, more entries can be taken, but we need that break now. If we don't get the break, then it'll be silly to start scaling into this. I kind of need that now. Closure, break below. Because what can happen is this candle can technically start closing as a breather candle and start pumping up, making this trade invalid. And it's too late into the session, so be careful with your scalings as well at this point. We need this trade to really start playing out. And this is where you can start looking for those. As soon as we go past these TP areas, from there gold's going to start sinking, honestly. It will turn into a Titanic. It has given you a 30-minute breakout. The intraday is super inflated. This is a very high confirmation trade. Very high confirmation trade, honestly. We just need it to now start dropping. That's all we need to wait for now. As soon as it does, close your eyes and start scaling in. Again, when I say scaling, not your whole account, guys. Let me give you an example. Before you guys start scaling in your whole accounts and blow your accounts up. This is not what I mean. Let me give you an example. If you have a £1,000 account, as an example, a £100 account, I don't know. You're taking like, your risk per trade is, percent, let's take that out. Wait, what am I doing? So let's say you have a £1,000 account, right? Starting balance is £1,000, okay? As an example. And you're risking maybe £100 per trade. This is what I mean by scaling. You're scaling in with this risk. So maybe you're doing like, so for us, this is our win rate, basically, right? Where is it, our win rate so far for this month or two? It's like this area, isn't it? 1-to-1 outcome. So this is what I mean by scaling in. You're using this risk and you're chopping it down into 4 entries. So 4 entries, 2 entries, that's up to you guys. But scaling with the appropriate risk. I do not want to hear everyone risking their whole accounts on this position and blowing them up and then messaging you later on Insta. Hey man, I scaled in, man. I scaled in. I've blown my account up. You haven't scaled in. I don't get, what do you mean about broker? What? Broker, you don't. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. So again, scale in, but stick to your scaling plan, your risk management plan. If you don't have this, shout the team. We'll give it to you if you're in our private group. But scale in is a big opportunity. Scale in, bro. Try to take 60% on it, okay? Instead. 50% SO, and then let it run, okay? Leave the 50% SO and then let it run, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, 50% SO and let it run for the rest of the day.
Yeah, like the trailing
Yeah.
SL.
Yeah, just 50% SO, then let it run to 1-to-1, basically. There you go, guys. Yeah, because it's getting a bit too late now to even take like another entry after this, so just let it run for the rest of the day. You said go with my broker. Broker prices, bro. Broker prices. Your broker prices. That's what I meant. Go with your broker prices, because we don't take trades on the trading view prices. We use our broker prices. Enter, but use your own broker prices. That's what I mean when I say broker prices. $1,500, and then you add your 1530 candle. Should be able to give us that TP, the 1530 candle, hopefully. 7 more minutes left. Anyway, let's go back to the risk management thing. So as an example again, so let's say, right, we take like, let's say 20 trades a month. So within a month with £100 risk, trading alongside us, you could make 1.4k every month with £100 risk, basically. So if that's something you're interested in doing every month, that's the possibility if you do trade alongside us, because we have an 85% win rate, guys. 85% win rate. Well, this has been our win rate for the past 2 months now. It really depends, right, on the market conditions, and it depends every 2-3 months. It can change, but it's up here, and it's in this bracket. This is me telling you the win rate with 1-to-1 R2R. Okay, so that means every time the the outcome is positive. It's a positive outcome R2R. So either 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 R2R. Does that make sense? What that mean? What do you mean by what that mean? 1-to-1 R2R. What the 1-to-1 R2R means? It means that you are risking 1% to make 1% on any given day. That's what 1-to-1 R2R means. If you guys want, I can go into it a little bit more. Like now again, there are ways you can aim for higher R2Rs as well. But for us personally, we prefer the 1-to-1 R2R because we have that 85 to 80% win rate. So it means even if I take losses, I will only lose £100 if I'm risking £100, right? And when I win, I will win £100. So it's not, we don't aim for the 1-to-1 R2R during one position. We aim for the 1-to-1 R2R by the end of the day. We like the result. No, broker prices, bro. Bro, these are your broker prices. Like, look, gold is trading at 1966.73 on this broker FXCM. You need to see what broker you're with and where the broker prices are. That's what broker prices mean. Literally. Yeah, markets have slowed down a little bit now, haven't they?
Yeah, it's kind of normal.
Yeah, just gonna go wait for it now. Super bearish still. Kind of do need a bearish closure on this though, otherwise it's not really worth taking anything else at this point. If they kind of like don't give you that drop anymore, then you're best just to stay out and wait for tomorrow as well. But man, it has that potential to drop now for the rest of the day because the intraday is so inflated, man. Now this is where the drop that we've been waiting for can just set up for the rest of the day now. Let's see. Like as an example for the broker prices, look at the broker price on FXCM. What's this? I kind of don't want to change anything, but look at the broker prices here. You see that 66.7, and then here you've got this. Okay, let me copy here and let me paste it here as an example. You will see the broker prices are different on both brokers. So look at this, right? The broker price on this is completely different compared. It's not going to let me. Yeah, it won't let me put both up. The broker prices are completely different. It depends on each broker. That's why we don't recommend taking the trades on the trading view, because we don't take trades based off the trading view either. That's why we have a golden rule. Calculate the broker prices and take a trade on the 5-pip breakout. So that's why we say take trades on your brokers. Does that make sense now? Your broker, bro, I like IC Markets or Dominion Markets, whoever you use. Exactly. Because on TradingView, you might have a 5-pip breakout, but on your broker, it might just be 2-3 pips. That's why we take trades based off our own broker prices. That's all we say. Take trades based off your own broker prices. You should show a difference from TV and your MetaTrader 5. Yeah, I'll make a video, man. I'll make a video soon. I could try and, I don't know, like, do we have like IC Markets live prices as an example? Let's see. don't know. I don't know if they have anything like that. Wait, let me keep an eye out on the price as well, since we could get something setting up from here soon. But yeah, anyway. I don't know. Do you guys know if there's a way to check the brokerage prices on IC markets and these brokers? Because this is setting up nicely. We got to wait for this just a little bit more. We got to stay below this, and next one needs to give us that drop. But I don't know. Let's search up XAUUSD prices. Maybe let's see which signals prices from a different website, just to give you like a comparison. Okay, look at this now, right? Look at that. It's at 67.03. Over here it says 67.20. You see there's a, wait, hold on a second. I've never used this before. Okay. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm keeping an eye out for the price as well. Don't worry about it. We're keeping an eye out. Very nice closure. We just need that next leg down now. Let's just let it do its thing. Very nice closure so far. Giving you that bearish closure. We just need that leg down next, and we should be good to go. Until then, how do I change this to candlesticks? Does anyone know? Compare. Oh, maybe here. Display settings, bar type, candlesticks, line chart, candlestick, open to close. What's the difference between open to close? Yeah. There you go. This is your 5-day, 1-day chart. Okay, that's your 1-day chart. Wait, what? Is that your 1-day chart on gold? That's crazy, man. Do they not have? They have 1-day chart, 1 month chart. They don't have anything less than 1 day. The ranges are crazy on the 1-day chart as well on XAUUSD. Wait, what's happening here? Are they giving us anything? Resistance candle. We need this break now. But again, at this point, guys, it's really up to you if you want to give it a go with more entries here or not. It's very late into the session. If you want, call it a session. It's really up to you guys. It's super late now. But at the same time, yesterday the session was running up till 1700. So we have up till 1700 for this to set up. But it's up to you, honestly, what you are interested in. It can still spike up, it can do anything. It's up to you if you want to wait for it. Another half an hour, or at least a closure below or a break below is valid now for anything else. If you want to wait for another half an hour, be my guest, otherwise call it a session. And again, use your own broker prices for the breaks. Don't use my broker prices. And yeah, I don't think they have like the other ranges, do they? Gold prices, current prices. Let's see. Other than TradingView, I've never really looked at prices with anything. Yeah, they're using TradingView as well. Look, that's the platform everyone uses, to be honest. I wish there was a way you could check like the broker prices, but I think the only way you can do that is by installing the broker, right? But I don't have the broker anymore because Nuno's doing it for me. Well, I do have a broker, but I would rather not open it. I do still have the download version there, but I'd just rather not open it for the whole week because of the psychology. But I still have the downloaded broker. Let's see. But yeah, bro, with this position, make sure just let it run, okay? Trailing stop losses.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the 50%.
Yeah. Just let it run for the rest of the session now, sort of thing, you know? It's got very much clean traffic to the downside. It's a very nice position. Just need to wait for it to play out. That's what it is. Okay, 67.50, 67.26. Ooh, 50.26, 50.26. Remember, 2.6 was here, and it was on 50. Look at that, 3 pip difference. Do you guys see now when I say go based off your broker prices, what the difference is? So as an example, right? You see, there's a 3 pip difference. Imagine you take an entry here, but we don't enter, because our broker is not giving us that 5 pip breakout. So that's what I mean by what's it called, brokerage, your own brokerage prices. So look at this now. They've got ask and bid price here, right? 0.8 spread. Ooh, which broker is that? That's a nice spread, man. 1XAUUSD. Okay, so sentiment, 78%, 72% are shorting the markets now. Okay, so XAU sentiment is quite short, so we're on the right side. My guy lost 30 bags. Who lost 30 bags? Oh, that was yesterday, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember he lost yesterday. I know. He's fine, bro. He's got a big enough account, you know. For him, it's fine. But for the people who are watching him, it's not fine. That's where the scary stuff happens, right? But yeah, it's not really that big of a deal losing 30k if you got like 700k, 800k in your trading account. But obviously the people who are watching him, if they kind of replicate what he does, that's when the issue kind of like occurs, right? Because he's got a lot of money in his trading account, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, Xauusd sentiment. Let's see. What's the sentiment in the markets at the moment? It's not about money, it's about watching SL hit. Yeah, man, it was crazy. We were buying gold yesterday. They were selling. We're selling gold today. They're probably buying. That's just the game, right? If we lose, they win. If they win, we lose. That's just the name of the game. But we have our reasons for selling, right? Nuno, let me know when it starts to approach the area, okay?
50%?
No, just like the lows. Okay, short positions. We have... Wait, is this like... Is this like right now? Right now. Short positions, buy positions. Is this like the market sentiment like right now for this session? Or is this like for the week? But yeah, make sure, bro, on this you just trail the stop loss, okay? Don't let the TPs get hit. Just trade it, let it run for the rest of the session when it sets up here. It's got a lot of potential. If it actually does now start to break below this, they're going to give you this whole thing. They will kind of replicate this whole thing. The timing aligns as well.
Just need to... for the 50%, right?
Bro, you have the rules. You have the rules. Just follow. Yeah, the same thing. You know when to make it risk-free and everything. Just follow that. But I'm just saying, try and trail it if you can today, okay?
Yeah.
Because second position will be a little bit hard to take today now. It's very late into the session, and this one can give you like a massive TP anyway. At least 100 pips minimum on this. That's realistic, man. Oops. Because you have at least till 5 o'clock. So another hour for this to now give you that drop. Just there you go. Coming down now again. Again, guys, make it risk-free near this area here, and everyone knows the drill. And hodl, hodl, hodl. Hold for your dear life. That's what hodl means. Hold for your dear life. Hodl, hodl, hodl. If this plays out, hodl, hodl, hodl. Hold for your dear life. Bro, just let me know when he's approaching the lows, okay, please?
Okay.
Yeah. XAUSD prices, XAUSD sentiment. I want to see what comes up. My FX book, IG client sentiment. Let's see what they're doing. Signals. Okay, they have signals here.
I remember when I see this kind of stuff.
Where is gold though? What they're doing on gold? Are they giving sell off or buy position? They have a scoreboard. Sentiment. XAUSD signal. Let's see signal today. What are they doing? We're giving a sell signal. What are they giving? That's the question I'm asking. Oh, so sponsored forecast signals gold prices. Okay, so current price sentiment is buy. Okay, pivot point is 67. 67 is the pivot point. Yeah, so the area it's rejecting from pretty much 67 resistance formed as well. Okay. Bid ask change date 8 today. That's the second month 13 historical commodity data. Technical indicators, they have the RSI. I don't use these indicators. Moving averages, commodities, correlation with these pairs. I don't use correlation either, just BS, not worth it. But yeah, we just need something below this. Let's give it like another couple minutes. If not, let's call it a session here, guys. It's a bit tricky at this point, honestly, because how long are you actually gonna wait now? Are we gonna wait for again the closure? If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. Gold just going to range now. Had too much volume today. Have a good one, guys. Take care, my brother. Take care. But I still think it can drop. Has another hour for it to drop. If it doesn't do anything here, then we'll just call it a session. I'm not really tempted, but does need to kind of like give you something below here for you to start looking for something. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be again just trading here. But if you want to look for something below here, we got this area here that we can start looking for. A clean position below this will make sense. It's essentially like, as I said, 59 pips, and you want to start making it risk-free near the 4H 50% area. Your 4H hasn't even given you a 50% retest. There is an imbalance down here, so it is bound to come down. We just need to wait for it to start selling off from here, and it is going to start coming down. Trust me, guys, it will come down. Even just going based off this massive bullish candle, we have an imbalance. So that's why, obviously, anything that you do take care of, like these are clean positions up here, like, you know, you can start entering the markets all the way up here sort of thing, you know, because this resistance here, this is essentially becoming like the entry point for you on the break. Entry point, this is like your risk-free area. You're giving it 10 points to drop and then making it risk-free, and then if it takes you, it takes you. If it goes in profits, it goes in profits. But yeah, at this point, you kind of do need to technically give you a break below for this to make sense. Otherwise, yeah, markets will start to sell off maybe during the Asian session. But yeah, you can have an entry point here on the break of the key level here. Otherwise, yeah, man, it's going to be choppy now. You can just come back tomorrow. It's up to you guys. But what is the market sentiment? It's a short position today. Short position. We'll wait for another couple minutes as well and just call it a session. Otherwise, yeah, it's just nothing. It's just choppiness at this point now. Realistically talking, are we going to get closure here? Are we really going to get closure here at this point? We'll give it one 30-minute candle. If it gives you this play, then fair enough. Otherwise, yeah, let's call it a session here. We'll give it this last candle, because again, we have till 1700 for this to play out. So we'll give it last 30 minutes. Otherwise, we're done. So I'm basically giving it this last 30 minutes to give me this. Otherwise, I'm done. Because again, intraday is super inflated, man. Super inflated. So even like the bare minimum of correction will be a retest of this 63 area. Literally. So we'll give it this last half an hour. Otherwise, let's just call it a session. Don't want to take anything else. Otherwise, if nothing sets up this half an hour, then call it a session. Come back tomorrow. But yeah, that's the smart thing to do, EKB. No trade range, no trade day is a good day. If you haven't lost money, you've stayed out of the markets, it's a good day. I don't see anything against it, because realistically talking, the confirmations we're looking for, again, let me remove everything. We need this to reject. If it doesn't reject now, are we going to wait for the rest of the day? No. It's very simple. So again, everyone knows the confirmations. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. It's got nothing to do with us. The markets don't want to give you opportunity. Don't force a trade. Very simple. Didn't like the positions earlier, didn't take it. Doesn't matter. Same thing again now. If you cannot scale in, you cannot scale in. It just doesn't mean you start forcing trades, start taking multiple entries. There's no entry there. But going based off the previous candle, you do have a nasty correction area, either to the top side or to the downside. So realistically talking, the previous one H did end up closing as a rejection candle from up here. So you just need this candle here now to start breaking the lows over here, and then bingo, you have a very clean range to the downside. But again, timing is very important now. Do you want to wait all day long for this to set up? I don't think that's good. Give it another 15 minutes. If it does its trick, then it does its trick. It's got the retest here. Intraday range is there as well, all the way up here being the highs. Very clean sell setup here on the 30-minute time frame. Just kind of need to wait for it. That's all we can do now. Other than that, there's nothing else we can do. We're expecting it to sell off from here, but if it takes an hour to sell off, then it takes an hour to sell off. I can't do anything about it, neither can you. So if you don't want to take anything, stay out of it, come back tomorrow. But this is the trade I'm interested in personally. This drop here. Very much interested in this drop here. Again, same thing here. Look at the 15 minutes as well. There you go. This needs to break the lows, cause a fake out below. Like, just sell the markets, gold. Sell the markets. Okay, there you go. Break, 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 break. Need a break below this. That's the rejection which we are waiting for. That's the breakout area from earlier. We just need to wait for it. Do start trading your stop losses from up there to just this area here as well. When it does give you that breakout, again, remember, you do want to secure some partials as soon as it gives you that clean dump from this area here. Look to the left, look to the left. Make it risk-free near this range here. For 64.48, this is what your job is. Your job as a trader is to make it risk-free as soon as you can. Your entry would be here. This will be your entry area. This will be your risk-free area. And then you just let the rest run for the rest of the day. Make it risk-free. This is your risk-free area. Maybe Asian session. Yeah, I mean, if it gives you a break now, then this can play out and you can make it risk-free. And SLs could be tight as well. As soon as it gives you that risk-free area, there you go. Let's put alert. Bingo. SL's up there. Make it risk-free, and then from there, your main target will be the lows down here, essentially. But along the way, you're taking some profits. Let's give it 11 more minutes. and use your own broker prices again. Otherwise, let's call it a session here, guys. It's too late. Not gonna force a trade here. Yes, you still have another what's it called now, 21 minutes left. Not 21, 41 minutes left before the markets come to a complete dead end. But yeah, don't want to force something here. This is where your 15 minutes needs to start rejecting now and cause the nastiest breakout below this area here, honestly. Come on, gold.
Do something.
Yeah, let's give it a little bit more. Been waiting all day. We have till 1700. You know what? That's the thing with trading, guys. It really just depends. You can't have like certain time that you just trade within. It really doesn't work like that. It depends on the day. It depends on the structure. It depends on so many different things. So today it could be till 1700. Tomorrow it might just be for like half an hour. Really just depends, right? What are some of the problematic areas which we have to deal with? This being one. Do you need to clear this area? Such a nice confirmation trade as well. Just need to pick up some volatility, give us that drop that we've been anticipating. But it is realistically talking very late, so you know. If it doesn't have the juice, then it doesn't have the juice. But this is the 30-minute area now for us. 30-minute imbalance area. Just down here, 63.72. On the 4H, we have another level on the 4H. .30-minute imbalance area down here we have, and once we start to go past the 30-minute imbalance area, we've got the 1H. Oh man, you see the breather candle on the 1H? Oh, this drop, bro, it's got so much potential. You see that breather candle on the 1H?
Yeah.
Oh, this got so much potential, man. Yeah, let's give it a couple more minutes. Let's give it a couple more minutes. I'm gonna wait for this hourly. This hourly should be the one giving us that sell-off. Come on, let's go. It's got too much potential, man. Way too much potential. The minute it starts to go past the hourly lows, oof, it's gonna start sinking, man. Just even going based off this massive hourly candle, it's got so much potential to the downside, right? So much potential. Your hourly imbalance area is down here now. 0.72. Imbalance. Okay, got the 1H area here as well. Let's quickly look at the 4H quick time. Guys, as soon as it goes in profit, 10-20 pips, just start, you know, being sensible, because understand the session timing as well. So, you know, just be sensible. That's one thing I would recommend. You be sensible. Yeah, so the 30-minute imbalance is a 30-minute imbalance as well. Slash 4H balance slash. Oh, that scared me, bro. That gave me a heart attack. Okay, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. That's the drop, that's the drop, that's the drop. Let's go, gold. Let's go, gold. Let's go. Let's go, gold. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, guys. Everyone blow, blow, blow. Everyone blow, blow, blow. Let's go, gold. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. We've been waiting. We've been waiting. Let's go.
It's approaching those, yeah.
Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Everyone, let's blow together. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, gold. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Come on, gold. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, gold. Let's go, let's go. Break the lows, break the lows. Let's go, let's go. Let's dump. Come on, gold. And 3. Let's go. Blow, blow, blow. Everyone blow together. It's a combined effort. Yeah, it's like 13, 14 pips here. This will be like about 14 pip area, and you start making a risk free, and then from there you let the rest just run for the rest of the day. Why not? Chill your stop losses as well. Well, it needs to pick up some momentum now. That's the thing, right? 4 more minutes left. How is it going to close in the next 4 minutes? Is it going to behave now? Let's go, gold. Come on, drop. But yeah, anyway, let me go. I don't think it likes my attention, to be honest with you. The minute I give it attention, okay, so this is like the main TP you will have, because it will give you the nastiest rejection. This area here will be like the main TP you have. Like this will be kind of like the first TP area, TP1 area, and then you have the TP2 area, which like is the main TP area. And this will be approximately about, yeah, about 15 pips, and then you've got the next area, which is around 22 pips, and then from there you have 32 pips, and then from there you just let it run, guys. Just start trailing and let it run. This will be like a TP1 area. This will be the TP2 area. We needed to start picking up some momentum now. Everything is there, it just needs to drop. That's all it needs to do now. Drop. Rest is there. 15-minute break is there as well, right? Is there a 5 pip break or no? Yeah, almost a 5 pip break. Yeah, as soon as it's a 5 pip break, it's a genuine break as well. Everything's there now. Just kind of needs to sell off, really. If it doesn't, then it's just very late into the session if they don't do it now. This is where I'm really anticipating that leg down at this point. They need to give you a correction. The daily's too inflated. 2 more minutes. The ideal close on this candle, which I want to see personally, is this 30-minute needs to close below here. Need a closure below this area here. Otherwise, it's so late into the session now. Might just be time to call your session here. This is 1703. Close below this. Need a close below on this candle. Otherwise it's just dead markets now. Time to call it a sesh. Need a closure below. That's what we need on this. It needs to give us a closure below and give us that drop which we're anticipating. Last minute left. One more minute left. There you go. Got the closure below. Got the closure below, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. One more dump. Come on, God. Now it needs to respect the highs over here. It shouldn't break above this at this point. It shouldn't break above these highs. It needs to respect these highs here by 5 pips, obviously. So what's that? 68.52. So max pullback should be 69.02. There you go. Got the max pullback level, so it just needs to drop now. Got the closure. Need it to respect the highs. Break below. It's valid. Otherwise, I'm off now. It's crappy market. It's not gonna sit here for the next half an hour as well if it doesn't respect the highs here. Giving it that last opportunity to respect this resistance and drop. It's picking up some more momentum, which I like. It did end up technically closing as a resistance candle. Next one as a confirmation candle, and this one needs to respect the area up here, this resistance area, and drop. That's what this candle needs to do now. Respect this mess and drop. That's what we need to see next, the drop. Last half an hour of this 1H needs to give us the drop, otherwise we're done here, guys. It's the last half an hour. Remember, it's up till 1700 we have. Once that's done, so are we. Let's see, guys, how to become a millionaire through trading. I want to become a millionaire. Let's see. Wait for this. Nuno, let me know when it drops, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you become a millionaire by trading your own money? 19-year-old algorithmic. Not bad. 19 is young as well. Buy low, sell high. Exactly. Buy low, sell high. That's how you become a millionaire. Bingo. See? It proves my way of trading. Buy low, sell high. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, on this Reddit post. Oh, it's not Reddit. But yeah, there you go. Just drop. Give us that drop gold. Last half an hour. If it doesn't do it, I'm done for the day. This is the last half an hour. Gold needs to give you a drop. If they don't give you a drop now, we're done for the day. This is the last half an hour. They need to give you a drop. The minute it taps this area and the alert goes off, you guys need to make it risk free because it's too late into the session. Any rejection areas getting tapped will ultimately mean gold's gonna start pumping back up, because it's consolidating at that point, right? So we just need it to start dropping now. There we go. There we go. Come on, gold. Drop. Finally, half an hour. This is the half an hour that's got to give us that drop. Come on, gold. Give us that drop. You know, I'm just gonna put alert. Yeah, there you go. There it is. There it is. Let's go gold. Drop. Drop, 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 drop. There we go. Come on, gold. Give us that one nice spike down. We just need like this 20 to 30 pip drop, and then that's it. We'll be grateful. We'll be grateful because we understand it's very late. We're not going to be greedy. Just give us this one spike down. We know you can do it, gold. There's too many imbalances to the downside. You've got to give me at least one retest. I know. Before you start going dead. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this, gold. Come on. Stop playing these games. I know you need to give me at least one retest. There you go. Come on, gold. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Give us that drop. Jay's laughing. Bro, today's been a long day, man. But that's part of the game, isn't it? Sometimes it's a 9 to 5, sometimes it's a 9 to 1, sometimes it's a 9 to 3. That's just name of the game. Not 9, but you know. What's our session timing? 12, right? 12, 1 to 5. Yeah. At the moment, my brain's not working, guys. But yeah, 1 to 5, 1 to 3 is just name of the game. Today, this is a high probability setup, and I'm taking it. And as soon as it hits my TP, I'm making it risk-free, and I'm running away. I promise you guys, I'm running away, far, far away. I'll turn into Usain Bolt today. That's how fast I'll run away from the markets as soon as this drops. It just needs to give me that one spike down to this area, and I'm running for my life. But as I said, I've given it this last half an hour to give me this. If this does not happen, I'm done for the day. Yeah, this is kind of just ranging at this point, to be honest. It's not doing anything else. It's just very spiky, rangy. But yeah. Bro, let me know if it spikes down, okay? Please.
Okay.
Did you watch CoffeeZilla? What's CoffeeZilla? Is there a man that drinks coffee? Yes, you can earn money by trading like you are doing job for some company. Here you trade by yourself and do not need to report to anybody. You are your own boss. Yes, trading is a skill that you need to learn, and training yourself to be a good trader. When you become a good trader, you can earn money by trading. Nice. Look at that. How can I become rich? Sell tea. Someone said sell tea. Okay. It is possible to become a millionaire by trading your own money, but it is also important to note that it is a high risk endeavor. It for sure is. If you don't know how risk management works, it most definitely is. End of an episode today on Uncle Ted Scan. But yeah, guys, I think we will kind of just be calling it a session here. It's dry markets, nothing's happening here really. Maybe a pullout today, to be honest. Last 20 minutes left, otherwise it's a pullout. Is a game over thing here. I think this is gonna just be not something interesting anymore, because the markets are just dry at this point. Clean consolidation, as you guys can see. That's it. Pull out time today. Let's wait. Otherwise, yeah. Let me know if it does go down though. Is it possible to become rich by stock trading? Do people make enough out of day trading? What is greatest secret to becoming a billionaire? The secret to realize that it's not as difficult. It's not as difficult as you think. Really? Become a millionaire, you need to start a business around 5% of people do. Work damn hard for a sustained period. Let's say 5% of people do this. Be in the top 5th of the population in terms of intelligence, and be in the top 5th in terms of privilege. And you'll fulfill all 4 criteria, and then your chances become 1 to 100. Google. What makes you a top 10 percenter in terms of wealth? So how much do you actually need to have? What makes you a top 10%? Really? It's only £1 million. That's crazy, man. So all gonna be part of 10% then. If it's okay, we organize 18 to 35 year olds with access to wealth. You are among richest top 10% of individuals or families in the US. Also, this is in the United States. You are 18 to 25 and you're 50k or more, you're top 10%. What, you just need 100k to be part of the top 10% if you're only 25 to 29. Well, I'm under 25 at the moment. Where is your SL? SLs will go up here, all the way up here, above the structure. But to be honest with you, let's see what it does. It's just choppy right now. Nuno, let me know if this candle starts to break its own lows, okay?
Okay.
If you're 30 to 35, then you need 200 grand or more. But this is again dollars. That's crazy. Family net assets, your family net worth is more than 1 million. Net wealth is more than 1 million or more. So this could be assets as well, right? Your parents' annual income is in the top 90th percentile for your state. Median income for the 90th percentile for people aged 45 to 65 is 185 grand. Definition of high net worth. So what's the 1%? 1% for the rest of the
Starting to break.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
It is rejecting a little bit.
Okay, bro, I'm here. Just want to get that TP1. Okay, guys, we have been waiting all day for this setup. Let's see if the wait is over. As soon as you get this spike down of about 14 to 15 pips, I recommend securing something and making it risk-free. And then for the rest of the day, you can let it run. Just let me know when it breaks its own lows, okay, bro?
Yeah, okay.
Again, yeah, thank you. You anticipate inheritance at least 5 million in course of your lifestyle. 1 million liquid makes you top 1% median net worth. Is actually only 420, but that's okay. Wow, it's only 1.63 mil. That's crazy. Inherit 5 mil. Do you know I have 10 mil? Is that part of the 1%? 1%, the 5%. Let's look at the 5%. Okay, age group. The 1% earners are doing average. This is annual. Okay, cool. The 10% are doing over 6 figures. 5% are doing more than $250,000, more than $500,000 for 1%ers. And then 0.1% earners are doing about 3.2 mil a year. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's actually so realistic. Not realistic, but it's very possible for us nowadays to become part of the 1%ers, right? Well, yeah, guys, we're waiting for this drop here on gold. Let's see what happens over here. Been waiting all day for this. The TP1 is just down here. So as soon as you get this initial drop, we recommend you secure some profits here. Make it risk-free and let the rest just run. Again, very nice scenario. We just are lacking some sort of volatility, so that's why we're giving it the last 15 minutes for this to drop. Drop a like on the stream, guys. We've been here for you guys for so long now. This is just for you guys, so drop a like on the stream and let's see how this plays out. There you go. It's starting to get a little bit spiky. We like the spikiness, you know. We like the spikiness.
Last 15 minutes.
Last 15 minutes. Let's see if we can do the job in the last 15 minutes. Last 15 minutes. Can it give us something in the last 15 minutes? If nothing happens in the last 15 minutes, I'm sort of done here. Don't want to take this past 5 o'clock, that's for sure. There you go. Last 15 minutes. Otherwise, there's a pull out. If last 15 minutes don't do nothing, I'm pulling out. There you go. There you go, guys. Last 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get our TP1 over here in the last 15 minutes. Okay. It's the last 15 minutes left now. We have been waiting for this all day. So let's see if we can get a drop on gold now in the last 15 minutes. $13 more minutes. Either we pull out in the next 13 minutes or this gives us the drop. Otherwise we pull out today. First time we pull out, but timing matters, right? This is the last bit of volatility. Let me know, bro, if it kind of like comes up again. Rich people have become richer faster than the rest of the population. EPR research has found that.
Comes up or comes down?
Down, 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 down.
Your Red Bull is failing.
Yeah, man, very slow, to be honest. How much money you need to be the richest 10%? How much would you guys want to make after tax every month? And you reckon you could live a comfortable life? Everyone watching, what's your financial goals? How much would you guys want to make after tax, like on monthly basis? Would you guys be satisfied with 10-20 grand a month? I'm talking about like 10-20,000 pounds, not dollars. Is this something you would be satisfied with? Let me know. There we go.
When they're coming down.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, gold. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Ah, man. Yeah, it's too many nasty rejections at this point. It's just in a consolidation at this point. Yeah. Yeah, markets are dead. Markets have gone dead now. It's in a clean consolidation. It's not giving us a breakout at this point. Yeah, there's no volatility left at this point. It's been sucked out by that pump earlier. Literally. Might be time to pull out actually now and come back tomorrow. Just a little BE day, guys. Let's just pull out, guys, at this point. If you want to let it run for the next 11 minutes, be my guest, but let's wait for the next 11 minutes then. if you guys want to. But I think pulling out now could also be sensible, but we can wait for the next 11 minutes. Let's wait for the next 11 minutes. 10 minutes now, not 11 minutes. 10 more minutes left. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Otherwise, we're done for this session here and nothing should be taken. 10 more minutes. There you go. Okay, we'll give it the last 10 minutes for this spike down. This is the kind of like thing I'm trying to capitalize on. If it doesn't do anything in the next 10 minutes, I'm pulling out. I'm done for the session. It's not a loss, it's not a win, it's just no trade day, and I'm fine with it. Don't need to force anything here. Closing here is a loss. No, not BE. Is it a loss? Not really. It's not really a loss. It's not really a loss, bro. This is not a loss. No, no, no. This is not even. This is.
Oh my god, this guy.
Ah, Deadshot, you just want us to lose, man. Did Don send you over? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Did he send you over to hate? You've been on our case the whole session, man. You just want us to take a loss, don't you? Bro, we actually got people here on the live stream who just want us to lose. There you go.
I think we are getting recorded, you know.
There it is. Hello. Man, this is not 100 pips stop loss. Trust me, bro. Is this a loss? 5 pips. There you go. 4 pips. 4 pip loss. 3 pip loss. Oh my god, it's a 3 pip loss now. No way. Did he just take a 3 pip loss? How bad of a trader is he, guys? Record him. If you've got haters, you're doing something right. Do you want me to just stay in the trade and not come out because it's a loss? Bro, this is break even. This is not a loss. This is break even. Loss is if this gets hit. We're not silly. We're not gonna sit here all day. Professionals over here. Everything's calculated. We don't move our stop losses up and down. Ibrahim, man, you're completely right, my brother. Completely right, honestly. But yeah, I think today, guys, we're just gonna pull out. We're just gonna pull out today. BE is if you close at 0, not minus. My friend, that's impossible. It's not BE if you trade a live account and you close at 0, is it really BE? Because you're still paying commission. So is it really BE? So it's not BE then, is it? So yes, this is BE. But yeah, guys, we're just gonna pull out earlier. No point of this. If you guys are looking for opportunity, it's gonna be below this. But today we're just gonna pull out, excluding commissions. We're gonna be pulling out today because it's very late into the session. If you guys are still looking for the trade scenario, I'll quickly just go over it. But for us, we're just going to be calling it a session here. Come back tomorrow. For us, it's going to be a little BE day. But since Deadshot is here, it's going to be a minus 4-5 pip day. So let's just put minus 4-5 pip. Just for Deadshot, you know. Just for you, my brother. I'll do this. Look how nice I am. I'll put it on the screen as well. But yeah, let's just pull it out today. It's going to be a little pull out. We'll come back tomorrow. Because you need to actually know when to pull out as well. And there you go, my brother. Just for you, Deadshot, I'll do this. There you go. Just for you. How many pips? 4 pips, right? Minus 4 pips. There you go, bro. Just for you. You know, we've lost the 4 pips out of the 100 pips we caught yesterday. I'm so upset, guys. I want to go and cry. Alright, guys. Take care. Have a lovely day. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. And if you do want to let this trade play out, be my guest, but we're playing out here on the stream today because the timing, it just doesn't align with anything. It was a very nice setup, waited all day, but there's no point being stuck in this. We'll be back tomorrow. A little break even day today. Stayed out of the markets. Not bad at all, not bad at all, not bad at all.
been killing it the whole week. We'll be back next week now. I mean tomorrow, not next week. So guys, have a very blessed day. Take care. See you. And yeah, if you're letting this run, then you're letting this run. We're gonna be putting